Ride or die, we gon' testify. Killing that raw and uncut till the day I die. Till the day I die. Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe. Cowboys Nation on a mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who we with. Angry Cowboys fan. Getting that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys fan.
How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the angry Cowboys fan. And I just wanted to get on here to get the Cowboys Nation's pulse as to how they feel about Zack Martin announcing his retirement. According to Tom Pelissero, y'all seen the video. If you haven't seen the video, please go check it out on the page once we're done with this live. Not gonna keep y'all too long. I just want to get y'all posts to see what's going on. You know, as of right now, we got to see who's rocking with the chat. We got Dak owns Filthy in the building. Brandy's in the building. What's going on? Angie is in the building. Thank you, guys. There's a few more people over here, but they don't want to comment. So please, feel free. Hit the comment section, all right? I think we're going to, since I'm the only one in here right now, we're going to go ahead and put the comments on the overlap right there so y'all can see what's moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? But Cowboys Nation, see? We got Brandy right here. She's sad. Man, that's what I was thinking too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking too when it came to seeing that post. Seeing that post from Tom Pelissero saying that Zack Martin would. I just shook my head at the fact because this is a player that I wanted to see succeed, that I wanted to see get a championship. You know what I'm saying? Been with the Dallas Cowboys since 2014, gave his all to this organization, gave this organization breaks whenever they called for it, reconstructing his contracts and things like that. Just a real company man, a real good dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've never met Zack Martin in person, but what I can see, the selflessness from being on the offensive line, man, he's going to be one of those that are missed, kind of like Travis Frederick was missed and kind of like Tyron Smith was missed as well. Damn, Zack Martin. Man. So that makes us look into who can replace Zack Martin. You know what I'm saying? Do we have anybody on the roster as we speak that can replace Zack Martin? And honestly, I believe that we do. And I've seen a lot of people talking about, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and we're definitely going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about that during this live. But the Philadelphia Eagles fans coming in the comment section talking about, yeah, y'all don't need to be worried about an Ashton Genty. Y'all don't need to be worried about that in the first round, seeing that Zack Martin just retired. Y'all might want to go and get a right guard. I'm like, man, we are going to stick to the regularly scheduled program, and we're going to go over and try to get a weapon on the offensive side of the ball. We have pieces that can be placed in Zack Martin's stead, because at the end of the year, when Zack Martin went down to the season-ending injury, the offensive line was still able to hold their own. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't hurt the Dallas Cowboys to go into the draft and draft, somebody on the offensive line, maybe with a fifth round compensatory pick or something like that. But I wouldn't go first, second, or third with a guard. Real talk. I wouldn't do that. If anything, I would look into free agency for getting a guard, getting a defensive tackle, and possibly getting a cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Because Trayvon Diggs ain't going to be ready for the season. Y'all know he ain't going to be ready for the season. Don't know if he's going to be ready mid-season. He's not going to be the same Diggs that we know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's see who done snuck up in here as I've been talking. Ty Church in the building. Jeremy Betts in the building. What's going on with you? Michael Wright. We got my man Sports Junkie up in the building. What's going on with you, homie? What's going on with you? Boy, he gonna look crispy. Coming up on the lives here shortly. Can't wait for that, brother. We're gonna be doing some more Facts Over Feelings. And I just want to put y'all on game real quick. We run the Facts Over Feelings podcast through this channel, as well as Sports Junkie's channel, as well as the Facts Over Feelings channel. What we really plan on doing is whenever we drop some Facts Over Feelings material, we're going to be dropping it solely on there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not subscribed to the Facts Over Feelings YouTube channel, I highly suggest that you go do it. I will, let me try to get the link and I'll put it in the comment section real quick. Y'all just bear with me. Bear with you, man, real quick. All right, here we go. Got it right here, y'all. Got it right here. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in the comment section so y'all can go over, take a little bit of time, go on over to the Facts Over Feelings YouTube channel, because like I said, we are going to be dropping our lives and our videos exclusively over there. So make sure you are tapped into that. And also, I want to say real quick, I put a video out on the Facts Over Feelings, the YouTube channel. And if y'all were rocking with the live last time, y'all seen what went on, and y'all see that there was a funny part in that last live. Well, I clipped it out and I made a video of it. So I want to say DJ Mixology and Anthony, the guys that we had on here, salute to y'all. Thank you guys for being wonderful sports. And that's all it is. We just clowning. Y'all remember. Y'all remember. If y'all didn't, please go over to the Facts Over Feelings YouTube channel and check it out. All right. Let's see. Let me see real quick. Go to the comments so I can answer some questions real quick, and then we'll talk that talk. See, Angie, I feel that. A wasted career. I really feel that. I feel deep down inside of me, I feel the Dallas Cowboys waste a lot of people's careers. They waste a lot of people's talents, whether it's Tony Romo, wasted talent, Jason Witten, DeMarcus Ware. These people, their talents were wasted. All because what? Because the Jones family didn't want to make moves. The Jones family didn't want to equip this team to make legitimate Super Bowl runs. And Man, with that being said, I've had people in my comment section just saying that the Cowboys ain't shit. We ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? We ain't made a run in so long, and it's all because of Jerry Jones and the fact that he don't really want to make a run. That's what they're saying to me, you know what I'm saying? And yes, Angie, you're absolutely right. Dez Bryant's talent was wasted as well. But I truly feel like this organization has been draft, develop, let go, and allow another team to benefit from the primes of these guys that you've drafted and developed. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we're facing signing Osa Odighizuwa. You know what I'm saying? We're looking to sign him this offseason, but I just don't know if Jerry's going to do that, if he's going to sign him or if he's going to franchise tag him. I hope that he doesn't franchise tag Osa. Just get the deal done and let's move forward. Let's get the deals done with Micah and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Let's free up some of this salary cap so we can go ahead and go in to this free agency, you know, with our empty bags ready to shop. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you said Cole Beasley too? Yeah, Cole Beasley, man, he was a beast. I like Cole Beasley. You know, there was a few catches that Cole Beasley made in the back of the end zone. There was that one in the back of the end zone where he dove for it and they called it incomplete, but you looked at the review and his knee hit. Man, that catch was one in a million. I love that catch. But you're right, Cole Beasley, he was another one that they wasted the talent of. And then if you go into the Dak Prescott era, Dak Prescott himself, they're wasting his talent. Ezekiel Elliott, they wasted his talent, just ran him up against a brick wall all the time and wasted his talent. I think Michael Gallup, they wasted his talent. He got injured, rushed him back real quick, and just hurt him. Real talk. But, oh, and you want to get Dante Fowler back? You want to get Dante Fowler Jr. back? I'm telling you, if we don't sign Osa Odighizuwa and he's able to go out to free agency, I bet you either him or DeMarcus Lawrence, if we don't re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence, they're going to be Washington Commanders. I'm keeping it a buck, man. They're going to be Washington Commanders. If anything, if DeMarcus Lawrence is not going to stay with this team, I would rather him go to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, somebody where he can actually look to get a Super Bowl ring. We don't want him to do what Zeke Elliott did, you know, just hop off the bandwagon, go to a playoff team, and then end up getting eliminated in the first round. Did Zeke even play in that game? To keep it a buck, did he even play in that Chargers game? I have no clue, but anyway, let's see. Michael Wright, Myles Garrett, okay, equals Super Bowl. If Philly or Washington gets him, Dak will get hurt. Facts. Man, well, I'm hoping that Myles Garrett does not go to either of the Philadelphia Eagles or the Washington Commanders. If it were me, if I were Jerry Jones, I would break the bank in order to bring him here. If there was a chance of him going to either of those two teams, I'm like, no, I'm stepping in and I'm bringing him here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it breaks the bank for us, if it breaks the salary cap for us down, you know, next year or the year after. We'll figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's how a lot of these teams who win the Super Bowl, you know, and I can't say Kansas City, but the teams that win the Super Bowl, y'all know they're super aggressive in the offseason. They will leverage their mama's house in order to get players to come over here and to contend for a Super Bowl. For some reason, the Dallas Cowboys won't do it. For some reason, Jerry and Stephen Jones won't do it. And they want to sit over here and have all this talk, have the business for these other teams that are doing it, talking about the Los Angeles Rams. How you going to talk about the Los Angeles Rams and they won a Super Bowl off of the strategies that they were using? They won a Super Bowl. I don't care. I mean, I believe Sports Junkie said it. If I could win a Super Bowl now and it suck for the next 5 years, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. They need to go ahead and leverage whatever they got to leverage to get this done. And one of those things that people would consider leveraging, I wouldn't leverage, and that's Micah Parsons. There's a lot of talk going around Cowboys Nation when it comes to Micah Parsons and when it comes to either keeping him or trading him. Man, it seems like with every contract situation that comes the Dallas Cowboys way, if it's a major contract, Cowboys Nation continuously gets divided over it. Why? You know what I'm saying? There's people like, no, we should trade him. We should get rid of him. The best player on our defensive side of the ball, we should get rid of. I don't understand it. Why? But anyway, Michael, right? Yeah, you right. If they get Myles Garrett, it would hurt Dak Prescott. But I just don't understand why people want to talk about trading off Micah Parsons. And I understand that nobody's untouchable on this team. Everybody has a price, according to, Jerry and Steven. Everybody has a price. But when he is one of the brightest stars on your defensive side of the ball, why would you even consider trading him? Why would you put that out in the ether? The reason why the Jones family would put it out in the ether, so they can keep the headlines going. Man, I swear, it's like they're going to hold out and not pay Micah Parsons until the absolute last minute. And I just don't want them to wait like they did CeeDee Lamb. I don't want them to wait like they did Dak Prescott. The quicker you get this deal done is the quicker we can go shopping in free agency. And I mean, I know I'm not over here expecting the Dallas Cowboys right when free agency opens up. I'm not expecting them to go shopping. I'm not expecting that. But I am expecting you to go shopping within the first 3 days, 2 to 3 days. Do some moves. Get some people that we can use over here, because if you don't, it's going to be a repeat of the 2024 season, and ain't nobody in that organization, as well as Cowboys Nation, looking forward to that. So damn, get your moves on. Be aggressive. What happened to that Maverick, Jerry? What happened to that Maverick? We need that Maverick back, making some moves. And if it's Stephen Jones jumping in the way of the Maverick making his moves, you need to hold him up with your old ass. Hold him up against the wall and be like, yo, you better keep your mother... Well, I'm getting in there. Oh, boy, let me slow down. But let's see. Ty Church says BB and put Hoffman at center. I like that. I wonder if Cooper Beebe can move from center to the right guard, just for the simple fact, obviously he played left guard in college. So would the learning curve from jumping from a left guard type situation to a right guard, would there be a huge learning curve when it comes to that? You know what I'm saying? I think if you wanted to keep Cooper Beebe at the center position, you could have Brock Hoffman at that right guard, and you could have TJ Bass at the left guard. That's how I feel that they're going to attack this. But remember, you have that wild card in Tyler Smith that he can bounce from guard to tackle, and we got Terrence Steele. I don't know if that's a security blanket or not, but we still got Terrence Steele. So I think our offensive line will be okay. Yes, you want to add depth pieces. Yes, you want to secure that. You want to secure the offensive line. I just don't think that it's such a priority that we have to address it in the first 3 rounds of the draft. So Jerry, Will, y'all don't go getting the offensive line within the first 3 picks. We did the offensive line thing last year, and it's a learning curve, and he's adjusting, but damn, we need weapons. Real talk. Because I'll keep it a buck. And I know Dak Prescott ain't Joe Burrow, but when Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl, he did it with a busted offensive line. But he had weapons. He had a rushing attack. He had wide receivers. He had weapons. So we definitely need weapons on this team, and we need to secure the defensive side of the ball so that we can start just pummeling people and then having that quick, high-powered offense to be able to blow them out of the water. We missing those 40 burgers that we used to put up in Cowboys Nation. We want them back. Jeremy Betts says, yeah, the guy who replaced him last year. The guy who replaced him last year. That was Brock Hoffman. That was Brock Hoffman. So Brock Hoffman is a restricted free agent coming up in this offseason. So they're going to have to do what they have to do in order to get him signed. So get the deals done. As soon as you can start making deals, make the deals. I wonder when that is. Let me see. When can NFL teams start signing their free agents? All right. NFL free agency officially starts at the beginning of the new league year. In 2025, the league year begins on Wednesday, March 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. However, there are a couple notable important dates before that. And I believe the dates before that is the legal tampering and so on and so forth. But March 12th, we're not that far away, Cowboys Nation. We're absolutely not that far away. But let's see. Michael Wright, our line is better than most think. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm thinking. It's just the right pairing. You know what I'm saying? I believe like whenever our line was struggling, we had the wrong pairing in the game together. Once we found that pairing, that cohesion, the line started looking better. You know, I know that Cooper Rush was in the backfield and that doesn't help things. And there was the whole rigmarole with the running back by committee thing. That didn't help things. But now, if you get that RB1 to solidify the backfield, I think the offensive line is going to be good, especially now that we got Connor Riley, you know, and Clayton Adams, and they're both offensive line gurus. Man, man, I think you're going to see something this year. I'm not saying Super Bowl and stuff like that, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to exceed expectation, and the expectation right now is that, oh man, the Cowboys ain't going to do nothing. They hired Brian Schottenheimer. They ain't going nowhere. So let's go somewhere. Shotty, bring us somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like my man Sports Junkie said, y'all better hit that like button. Yeah, better hit that like button. Well, you don't better. You know, I highly suggest that you hit the the like button. All right, free agency, replace Martin. In free agency, let's just check out real quick. Let's check it out real quick. Spottrack.com. Where the free agency list at? There it is. There it is. All right, so we got to go to the positions real quick. Check out the positions. So we're looking for right guard and left tackle. Well, it looks like they just have guard. No left or right. Damn it. All teams. I mean, you can get Brandon Scherff from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was cheaper than Zack Martin, but at the same time, you're going to have to pay the rest of Zack Martin's contract. You know, he's going to have dead cap hits. So looking at an offensive guard in free agency, we're going to have to pay Zack Martin as well. So how's that money gonna add up? You know what I'm saying? So I think they might go ahead in the 5th round of the draft, go ahead and try to draft an offensive guard or something. Actually, in my mock drafts, I've been putting centers in there. You know, like who was the center? I think it was let me see if I got my mock draft. Oh, they erased my mock draft. Ain't that a anyway? And I promised you guys that we would do a mock draft. So y'all let me know when y'all want to do that. Because I'll be cooking on the mock drafts, y'all. I'll be cooking on the mock drafts. Okay. You're saying Will Hernandez? Bless you. You're saying Will Hernandez. Let's see. Let me look at what Will Hernandez, guard for the Arizona Cardinals. And you can see him coming from the Arizona Cardinals because of Clayton. You know what I'm saying? And his previous was $4.5 million. That's not bad. That's not bad. Right now, his market value is at 4.3. That's not bad. Guard position, he was ranked 26. That's something that we could work with. I wonder if Clayton Adams has that swing to be able to pull a Will Hernandez from the Cardinals to the Cowboys. He is a 7-year vet. All right, out of Texas, El Paso. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to come up with, what they're going to cook up to go ahead and bring somebody here or to fill that gap, because they're definitely big shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Oh, Trayvon Diggs needs to be cut. Trayvon Diggs needs to be cut. I think Trayvon Diggs needs to have the expectation of him being the old Trayvon Diggs. We got to put that on the back burner. Like, real talk. Because what happened after he got injured the first time and he tried coming back during training camp and at the beginning of the season and whatnot, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys rushed him. Just like they did Michael Gallup, just like they did Terrence Steele, they rushed him back. Don't rush him. I was saying this last offseason. Please do not rush this guy to come back. You know, if you see that you can get a little trade value out of him, try to trade him. But if you are trying to go into the future with a Trayvon Diggs, make sure he's okay. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he's not going to be 100% because, you know, that knee's reconstructed, but make sure he's as good as he can be. Don't just be like, oh, you can walk, get out there. Don't do that. Come on, man. Let's see. Angie says, thank you. About time, because people sleeping on that channel. That's what I'm saying. People sleeping on the Facts Over Feelings channel. Y'all sleeping on it. So make sure I put it right there. It's in the comment section. It's in the chat. Head over to the Facts Over Feelings channel and please subscribe to it, because we're gonna be hitting y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be hitting y'all. Yeah, Sports Junkie. That was epic. Yeah, that was epic, man. Like, I didn't expect it. I think that's what it was. And when it's unexpected, it's even funnier. You know what I'm saying? So when Anthony popped up on the screen and I looked down at the corner and I saw him, it took me by surprise. Like, if you see that video, you'll see that, you know, I jumped back like, what the hell? But bro looked like a creative player down there, and his computer did him dirty. Oh man, but when I'm having a bad day, I just go to that video and I watch it and I start laughing. Shoot. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let me catch up with y'all, because y'all been hitting me with the comments. I appreciate it. I love it. Paul, what's going on with you? Done slid up in here. What's going on? No Diddy. Let's see who else we got up in here. Oh, y'all commenting like a mug, ain't you? He said, I'm in this thing. All right. Was it KM's scheme in giving us those 40 burgers? That's a good question. Was it Kellen Moore's scheme that was giving us those 40 burgers? And a part of it, I'll say, yeah. Because you look at how the Philadelphia Eagles just, you know, dismantled the Kansas City Chiefs. They were putting up 40 burgers, you know. So I do feel that Kellen Moore had a hand in those 40 burgers, but it was also how our offense just clicked. You know what I'm saying? Prince Jackson in the building. What's going on with you? Coach Jackson. But I believe it was the way our offense clicked, the way Dak was clicking with CD. You know, that's why we was putting up 40 burgers. But hopefully we can do it this year, man. Hopefully we can do it this coming year. I know they better re-sign J-Lou. Yes, J-Lou and Hoffman. Those are a couple of the, and I'll call them dogs because they attitudes. You know, I'll call those two guys dogs because of their attitudes, their willingness to get in there and throw hands. You know what I'm saying? J. Lou's willingness to get in there and be physical with slot receivers and receivers nonetheless, going in there and getting those much needed cornerback blitzes. Like I remember that cornerback blitz that he did against Tampa Bay, and he almost got the sack, but Baker Mayfield was able to get the ball out, and then that's when you had DeRon Bland come and say, "Give me that damn thing, man." Yeah, so J. Lou got to be a Cowboy. You got to keep him a Cowboy. J. Lou is a Cowboy for life, damn it. And Brock Hoffman, he can work his way to it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. What's going on with you? So what's up, Cowboys fam? Bring back Hoffman, of course. That's what we're talking about. Straight facts. And Angie getting Hoffman back is top priority. You know, that's funny. Like, did anybody think that bringing back Brock Hoffman would be a top priority for the Dallas Cowboys? Anybody think that? I know I didn't, but it should be on the to-do list. But you want to know who's going to be the first person that they sign? Trent Sieg, the long snapper. You know that's going to be the first person that Jerry and Stephen Jones sign. Like, yep, we can get him for next to nothing. Let's go ahead and get him out the way. But hopefully they prioritize Hoffman, they prioritize J. Lou and Micah and Osa. But if you lose Osa, you could probably get somebody in the draft. Real talk. Let me see. Get off the screen. All right. Let's see. Getting Cooper's old coach is a low-key great pickup. Yeah. Getting his old coach is a low-key great pickup. And the reason being is not only is he good with, Cooper BB and the offensive line, but like if we go into the draft and for some reason Ashton Genty isn't there, that's when you could possibly double dip in the running back room and get a DJ Giddens, the running back from Kansas State. You can get him. He's worked with Connor Riley, and man, I think that could be a marriage right there, because there's nothing like a running back that knows his offensive line. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like it. So I think that would work tremendously if they were able to get Giddens. But everybody knows that they're shooting for Ashton Genty. Hit the like button, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep big nasty. Yeah, Jeremy says, bro, I believe we got guys up front. We just need the coaching to develop these guys, bro. Coaching matters, y'all. It does. It absolutely does. You're right. Like, we got some talent. On that front line. All you need is the proper coaching. And I believe, like I said, when you have an offensive lines coach and an offensive coordinator that has a history at being an offensive line coach, I think it's a marriage made in heaven. Real talk. I think it's gonna produce some good quality offense for our offense next year. Well, this year. All right, I said Will Hernandez got history with the new OC, Old Arizona offensive line coach. I thought they'd get a break for that. You thought they'd get a break for what, my man? Thought they'd get a break for what? But Angie says she hopes that they get a cornerback. I've been looking at the drafts and like the cornerbacks. I mean, I don't know as much just for the simple fact I haven't been following the cornerbacks. But I mean, you got a few. We're looking at Wanye Thomas's brother, but he's ranked 88 on Pro Football Focus. I know we tend to hold them with a grain of salt, but he's ranked 88, so that means that you'd have to get him with the 3rd round pick because we ain't got a 4th rounder. Even though I myself, I be like I said on the Pro Football Focus, I be doing the willing and dealing. So I make sure that we have a 4th round pick. Damn it, I make sure that we have one, and I hope that the Dallas Cowboys go into this draft with that plan in mind. Like, we got to recoup that 4th round pick that we gave for Mingo. We ain't had a 4th round pick in 2 years? I mean, damn, come on, Jerry, stop giving our 4th round picks out, especially when you can get the same players for probably a 5th round. You could have gave your 5th round up and still had 3 more 5th round compensatory picks to work from. Stop giving our 4th round picks up, Jerry. Maybe come over there, slap you. Jerry said, yeah, right. Shoot. Grab Chubbs and Will. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Chubbs coming. I have absolutely nothing against Chubbs coming, but I just got to see what Nick, excuse me, I got to see what Nick Chubb did last year. What Nick Chubb's stats was last year. Yeesh. Gentlemen, how many games did this man play last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games last year. He was out for injury, but those 8 games that he played, whew. All right, October 20th against the Bengals, 11 carries for 22 yards. His regular season yardage, he had 102 attempts for 332 yards. Guys, for real? I mean, we doing this? We breaking the bank to get Nick Chubb? I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know where I sit with Rico Dowdle. You got a 1,000-yard rusher, and I know a lot of people try to throw a little salt on Rico Dowdle, say, "Oh yeah, we're excited for a 1,000-yard rusher when running backs are running 2,000 yards." But like I said before, when your running back became the RB1 in the 9th week and he got over 1,000 yards, like, come on. So I feel like either Nick Chubb or Rico, especially if you're drafting a bell cow running back, I think you could possibly save money on Rico as opposed to Nick Chubb. But let's see what Nick Chubb. Y'all gonna help me? Not y'all, but I'm trying to look and see what his market value is. Nick Chubb, his base salary was $1.1 million for the Cleveland Browns. His market value is $3.3 million. So the only way I would see them getting Nick Chubb and letting Rico Dowdle walk is if Rico Dowdle wanted more than $3.3 million. And honestly, I don't know if anybody in the league would give Rico more than that. So it's all gonna come out in the wash. It's all gonna come out coming up in free agency in March. Let's see. He definitely said he looking to probably sign if we call him during the Super Bowl media row interviews. Now, who is that? Is that Osa or who are we talking about? All right, Angie, they rushed Pollard back too. I forgot about that. He got hurt in that playoff game, and then they rushed him back for the following season and made him be the bell cow and stuff. Like, man, Cowboys, you got to get it. You got to get it together. Oh, what? Yeah, they did. They did. Where we got? You got, for real? You gonna make me revisit it during the live? Come on. He looked like a Grand Theft Auto character. Yo, he did. Real talk, man. I oughta play that. Yo, hold on, man. Y'all gonna make me bring it up. Y'all gonna make me bring it up. I'm sorry. This was hilarious. Where's it at? Let me see. I'm gonna bring it up for y'all real quick. y'all, y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. All right, hold on. Let me see. Share the screen. Y'all good? Y'all can see that? I love you, Anthony. You my dog, bro. You my dog. Y'all let me know if y'all can see that. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Agree with you that the Cowboy fans are split between where they want to place the blame, and it's always between rap. They'll blame Dak and they'll blame the owner.
You look like a creative player down there, Anthony.
I was looking at it like, what the Hey, what you doing down there, man? What you doing, man? You went to that Lucas situation. I lost sound, man.
Hey, look at your screen. Look at your screen, though,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm looking. I see it. Like, I look like a whole silhouette out here.
Shadow, man. The shadow, dude.
Hey, and it's stationary. It ain't moving or nothing.
That's it, bro. Like, what's the... All right, I'm back.
Hey, man. Hey, I think
you work this
you,
thing, like the old folks say.
Hey, you using your computer camera, huh?
Yeah, I'm on that MacBook, bro.
Ain't no better.
Oh man. Hey, he using his computer camera.
I'm on that MacBook.
That's what will happen when you be using your computer camera.
You gotta get that off that, bro.
We're gonna try this again. We got one more time.
Hey, Blink. Hey.
Yeah. Yo, like I said, when I'm having a bad day, I just throw that on, man. That makes me laugh. Somebody said he looked like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat. Oh man, I love you guys. I swear. Hey, JVB boy, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yo, I was just showing the Facts Over Feelings podcast that we did. If y'all wasn't a part of it, yo, we be up. We be in there clouded, yo. But it's all in good fun. My man, One Carolina in the building. What's going on with you, John? How you doing, my man? That's the brother right there. Y'all remember Big John from One Carolina when we did the Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys live stream. That is my dog right there. That's my homie. Let me see real quick. Let me see, John. Let me hook you up real quick. Where you at? Oh, okay. You got the wrench. All right, you got a wrench. Word. I want to make sure you got a wrench. Yeah, that's my brother. Known that man since I was like 13 years old. But anyway, yeah, we be cutting up. We be cutting up. Shoot. Let's see. I hope there's another Sean Lee or LVE to bring some more excitement to the secondary and take some focus off of Micah. Your Sean Lee and your LVE type? I got a feeling that's DeMarvion Overshown. I truly have a feeling that that's DeMarvion Overshown. Once he's able to get back and get that injury bug away from him, he's gonna be a star on that defense. And people are going to have to scheme for him as well as Micah Parsons. So if we can get him back there and hopefully we can have Maurice Leofau step into that Eric Kendricks type role and be that Mike linebacker, be that linebacker that we need, man. I feel our linebacking core could could add one more dog to it, and then the continuity around it. Once they get the continuity in that linebacker room, we gonna have some dogs, y'all. I promise, we gonna have some dogs. Real talk. Jeff, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yeah, Paul. Chubb is only 3.5. That's crazy. Oh shoot, says Rico probably isn't coming back. I do like bro though. Man, I want to see Rico come back. I hope he don't go to the Tennessee Titans or something like they did Tony Pollard. I want to see him come back. The AC Reynolds native, the alum, man. I really do want to see Rico come back. Oh, JVB boy said we might as well keep Dalvin Cook. Why didn't Jerry and them and Mike McCarthy even allow Dalvin Cook to do anything? It wasn't as if he super regressed the year before. It was just the fact that when he was with the Jets, correct? It wasn't like he regressed. They just didn't use him because they upgraded the position. So why didn't they use him? And I feel like if you're not going to use Deuce Vaughn, and hopefully Connor Riley will be able to get some stuff out of Deuce Vaughn, Keystone in the building. But if you're not going to be able to get, to do something with Deuce Vaughn, put his ass on the practice squad. Please. Just keep him there. Just for the simple fact, I don't know if any other team would go out of their way to sign a Deuce Vaughn. He would kind of be secure in that practice squad situation. But at the same time, like I said, Connor Riley being there, they might be able to get some productivity out of Deuce Vaughn. With a different head coach as opposed to Mike McCarthy, we may be able to get some production out of Deuce Vaughn. And another person that they got to re-sign, and I'm jumping from here to there, but another person that they got to re-sign, I feel like they got to re-sign Kevontae Turpin for the special team situation, for the gadget plays, for the offense. Real talk. And I bet people didn't know this. Rico Dowdle was a quarterback for AC Reynolds at a point. He played quarterback. So you could have had gadget plays involving Rico Dowdle, but Mike McCarthy didn't know how to do that. He didn't know how to scheme that. Man, you could have had a pitch to Rico Dowdle, everybody crashing in on the run, and he could have just tossed that ball. But hey, nobody got it. He said, let's talk more about the O-line. Yo, B-boy, you got some time? I'll throw the link up here. Anybody? Actually, as a matter of fact, we at the 47-minute mark. So yeah. Yeah, I'll throw the link up here. Angie, you're killing me. Dang it, you got my whole thing all messed up. And she said, angry, you jumped. Yeah, it scared me. Like, it really didn't scare me. It just shocked the shit out of me. It shocked me. Like, when he came back into the room, it's like, whoa, what the hell? Yo, Bernard Fields, what you know about AC Reynolds? Let me find out, brother. What you know about AC Reynolds? Okay. All right, so guys, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up and talk, they talk. Willie T, what's going on? Just come in the building. What's happening, man? If anybody want to come on, talk, they talk real quick. You can talk about the offensive line. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. This is your time for y'all raw and uncut. So hit that link and we can chat it up real quick. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep y'all on here too long. I know sometimes we be doing the marathons and everything. Stop, Angie. Oh man, see, I be getting on the roll, and all of a sudden, bam. Yo, all right, let me focus. All right. So like I said, I put the link in the chat. If you want to come up, we can talk. Talk about the offensive line, talk about what the Dallas Cowboys need. But as of right now, I got to talk to y'all about this moniker that the Dallas Cowboys have, and I did a video on it. America's team. I did a video on that and everything, because it seems like whenever a high-profile team wins a high-profile game, they always refer to the fact that we're America's team now. Yeah, we're America's team. Like, do you really know where the moniker America's team actually came from? And I mean, on some realness, like, I have been in my comment section just battling Philadelphia Eagles fans. Like, they came in there and they talking about, we don't care that y'all America's team. We don't care about that. And then leave like 8 or 9 other comments as to why they are America's team. I'm like, I thought you didn't care. Like, I had to educate. I felt like I had to educate these people, because everybody thinks that America's team came from the fact that we were winning. That, they got America's team in the 90s because they were the dynasty of the 90s. No. America's team came after that Pittsburgh Steelers loss in the Super Bowl. We lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so the NFL Films, they were going to do a film about the Dallas Cowboys previous season, and they were trying to figure out what they should call them. And they came up with different ideas and stuff like that. Yeah, Prince Jackson, the producer of NFL Films. They threw out ideas. One was like champions never die, and the Dallas Cowboys didn't want death, like die. Nah, we don't want that. No, we don't want that a part of our moniker. And so my dude was thinking, and he started looking on his wall, looking at the national teams that get the national recognition, like I said in the video, the Notre Dames and the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Lakers, things like that. And he thought of the Dallas Cowboys as being a national team because they are so widely loved and widely hated. But that's when he came up with the America's team, because they were so popular. It wasn't the fact like we were winning games. We were winning all these games. It wasn't that fact. And the Philadelphia Eagles fans think that it's that fact. Like, we should be America's team. We won the Super Bowl. Like, dude, you only got 2. Like, you only got 2 in your team's existence in the NFL. I'm not talking about pre-merger. We don't talk about that crap. You only got 2, so you're not worthy of an America's team, even if it was about winning. You know what I'm saying? If anybody was worthy of the America's team moniker, it would be the Kansas City Chiefs. These days, it would be the Kansas City Chiefs. Back in the 2000s, it would have been the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? But it damn sure ain't the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Philadelphia Eagles fans got up in my comment section just talking all that rah-rah bullshit. Sorry, I swore. That bull crap. And I'm just like, y'all, do you not understand? Do you not get it? And you got people in there, Eagles, Eagles. I'm like, oh, you can spell it now. Word. Because I know the Mario City couldn't spell it. Man, Strahan called it out. Like, dang, that's the second time I heard somebody spell it wrong. Yes, you're right. Robert, you're right. DC is still America's team and always will be. America's team is off of popularity. We were in everybody's living room. That's how I became a Dallas Cowboys fan. Growing up in Asheville, North Carolina didn't have a team when I started watching football. We didn't have a team. It wasn't until 4 years after I started watching the NFL where we actually got a team. Obviously, the Carolina Panthers. And there was that crossroads for a lot of North Carolinians. It's like, do we stay with the team that we root for now, or we got a home team now? Do we root for that team? Some people went to the Carolina Panthers. Others stayed Dallas Cowboys fans. Because if you can pull it up on Google, you can pull up a map of the United States and how each team is represented. And you look at North Carolina, and it's a Dallas Cowboys star. You know, you look at Arkansas, it's a Dallas Cowboys star. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make that decision, and I quickly said, I'm DC for life. I'm DC for life. Yeah, but Bernard, America's team came from the 70s. Exactly. The 70s, a time when the Philadelphia Eagles were non-existent. Y'all want to, Eagles fans want to laugh at us because we ain't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years, but let's say if it was 2017. I know we can't hop in the DeLorean and go back to 2017, but 2017, when was the last time they won a Super Bowl before then? Ever. So how the hell can y'all pick on the Dallas Cowboys for having a 30-year drought when your drought was that long? It was over what? It was almost 50 years. Real talk. Oh, I heard a bloop bloop. I heard a bloop bloop. So we're going to answer the bloop bloop. Let's see who it is. All right, we're going to bring somebody up here. We got Coach Jackson in the building. I'm sorry, Coach Jackson. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
That's what's up, man. How you feeling tonight? How you feeling
Good.
about this whole Zack Martin retirement?
Oh man. It's a sad day, but you know, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And, you know, certainly I'm old enough to remember when he was a rookie, you know, and the whole Johnny Manziel thing, and you know, I mean, he comes from Notre Dame, and Notre Dame is another like national team, right?
Yeah.
So they're always on TV, NBC. Back in New York, that's Channel 4. But anyhow, I didn't know him coming out of college, but we really made the right choice. And I remember talking to my son and saying, "Wow, you know, I mean, I don't know why he."
Oh, geez, what happened? Oh no, he hung up on himself. Oh Lord, Coach, where'd you go? All right, yo, this thing's bugging out, y'all. It's bugging out on me. Let me close some stuff real quick. What happened to Coach? Anyway, Coach, call back for me, all right? But Willie T says, ACF, you had Bills fans in there in that comment section talking trash. Yeah, Dorothy, shout out to Dorothy Hunter. Yeah, she was in there. She was in there defending her team, you know, because I had mentioned the Buffalo Bills and how they couldn't be America's team because if it was off of winning, it ain't won nothing. And she's like, "Oh yeah, my boy, he's been in the AFC Championship, and your team hasn't." I'm like, "Did he win? Did he win? Did your Jim Kelly led Buffalo Bills ever win a Super Bowl? No. So if it has to do with winning, you're not America's team. If it has to do with popularity, you're only liked by Bills Mafia, and Bills Mafia is just like up in the Northeast, really. Is that Coach? Coach is back. Coach, why you hang up on me, man?
No, I would never hang up on you, brother. Okay. Yeah. So there's my ugly face.
Oh,
yeah,
stop
man.
it.
What was I saying? Yeah, so Zack Martin's gonna be missed, man. But yeah, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and we wish him all the best, man.
Yes.
But I was, you know, I was thinking about the America's team moniker, yeah, and I was putting in the chat. Yeah, that came from the producer at NFL Films, and really it has nothing to do with winning. it's actually because we were like losing, but it was kind of like with grace, you know, and this and the fact that we were losing the big game, you know, but we were still so popular, you know, like the Cowboys. For whatever reason, I don't know, like maybe it's like the shiny helmets. I mean, I don't know, but we were always on TV, you know, and the fact that they drafted Roger Staubach, right? And then he went to the Navy, right? And served and went to Vietnam, served in the Navy for 4 years, and then came back to football. And it was just like he was a rookie, you know, at like 20 something years old, right? And you know, I don't know if he was rookie of the year, but he was just great. I mean, just right from the start. And the team was already good, but they were even better, you know? So yeah, and like you alluded to, right? Like all these markets, right, that didn't have teams, right, got the Cowboy game. You know, every every territory, right, that didn't have a team, right, like you said in Carolina, right, in all these states, like Montana, you know, Nebraska, all these college towns, right? They all got the Cowboy game, and even Mike McCarthy was saying that, you know, the late game, the late window, right, 4 o'clock game was always a Cowboys game, you know. So they just became so popular, right? And I wrote in the chat that, right. That original broadcast, right, when it was called America's Team, right, they said that they were even, John Facenda was like, they're even more popular than presidents and senators. Yeah, you know, so yeah, it was just a marketing thing, and it just stuck. That's all, you know. So
yeah, and the fact that the Dallas Cowboys were going to be called the Dallas Steers before they came up with the name the Cowboys, and they looked at what is Americana, what do little boys look up to in America at that time, and it was Cowboys and Indians. You know what I'm saying? Every little kid played Cowboys and Indians at that time. So, and John Wayne, he was super important. So they named him the Cowboys, and that stuck. People around the United States wanted to be a cowboy, whether it was with the cowboy hat or the cowboy helmet. They wanted to be a cowboy. But I'm about to bring somebody up here that is super knowledgeable in the NFL and football with the Dallas Cowboys. Got my man Key Stone in the building. What's up, man?
What's good, everybody? What's good, Coach? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We hear you loud and clear,
brother.
Yeah. When I was reading when I finally caught up on the tweet about Zack Martin retiring, didn't really make much of a shocker to me, because let's be reasonable. If he was to come back, the big question is, will he be able to play 17 games, knowing that he has been an injury prone for the last couple of years? But don't get me wrong, we all know that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and we definitely grateful for him for all the years he put in on the team. But also, I was looking on the flip side of how Dallas continues to slip up to use value. I still believe he could have traded up on him, especially when he sat out the first time to get his first bag, and he did it twice. But for what it's worth, it's a plus for us that he did retire, due to the fact that we could start getting Young back on that right side, knowing that he had his downfalls, he was breaking down. So trying to get back Young on that right side, get that wall back up again, especially when our quarterback's up in age. So we'll see how things do in the daggone draft. And if so, I want us to get Tyler Booker out of Alabama.
Tyler Booker out of Alabama. I'm going to have to check him out. That's what I'm doing now, Keystone. I'm checking out defensive ends and just all the non-sexy picks, all the picks that are not weapons, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check him out.
Yeah, do that. That's a versatile wall. He can play the left and the right guard position, just like Cooper Beebe can. And with that being said, could we slide him over and look for a center? Because people low key think that we might not need a center, but I believe we can use one and put our guards in our primary positions and draft a guard, especially somebody like him that could play left and the right. Hey, yeah, we'll see. Everything goes down. We'll see.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like with the Cowboys and how they approached the draft last year, the fact that they were looking for so much position flex and things like that. I was back here screaming like, why don't you just play them in the natural positions that they played in college? Exactly. Maybe it will work for us. Like I did a show with his old man, and sorry me because you're angry.
I even did a show with his old man. Shout out to Tom Beebe. He even stated himself that he felt that his primary position for his son playing in the pros would be a guard.
Daddy knows, man. Dad knows.
Right.
Dad definitely knows. And we might honestly see that transition this year. We might see Cooper Beebe move back to guard because you got a different offensive line coach.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking, what would Clayton do?
And that's the thing, because I know Clayton talked about in his interview. He said that being the offensive coordinator, they asked him if he was going to have any say or anything in the offensive line room, and he said that's the first place I'm starting. So, I was like that's great. I was like, shoot, that's great. If that's gonna be the first place that you start, like, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, like I said earlier, with the two minds of Connor Riley and Clayton Adams, like, yo, I think it would be off the hook. Dang, did I freeze up?
And hell? That's a plus. And that's a plus the way he looking at it too. Because from what I'm seeing from a football standpoint, I can't coordinate my offense if my quarterback's not protected.
Right.
And that's how I believe how he's looking at it too.
Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. I'm over here having technical difficulties.
All right.
But y'all can still hear me, yo. Y'all can still hear me. There we go. Connect me. Dang. Man, I was swearing by this thing. I was swearing by this. Like, I was like, yo, whoever need one, they need to go ahead and get one of these cameras, because these cameras is off the hook, and now I just want to expose me. Stop exposing me. You got my medication all in the side and everything. Damn. Anyway. Anyway. Shoot. What's going on, Nisi? I see you came up in here. How you doing? But like, Keystone, I want to ask you real quick. And Coach Jackson, you can answer this also. I keep seeing videos about how Ashton Jeanty may not be it at number 12, or like, is Ashton Jeanty too rich for the number 12 spot? What do you think about that?
Due to the conference he's coming from. I mean, he's coming from Boise State. It's only right to put a question mark on that, especially when you know that the running back class this year is extremely deep. But there's no knock to Jeanty. We know all about his talent. We know.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Somebody stadium. He really ain't faced his petition other than Penn State. Even though he did play pretty good against the box, that would be a plus for us, knowing we need running backs that's fit for the box. But on the same note, it's too many running backs. So I can feel what they're saying. We got to be more alert, especially when we need insurance on other positions, especially in the trenches.
Yeah, somebody got the... I can hear my echo.
The music is kind of loud.
Yeah, I went ahead and paused it. But yeah, like now that you talk about that Keystone, like I get what you're saying. Like his level of competition in college ain't gonna be that type of level of competition when he gets to the NFL.
Right.
Oh,
Oh
there's a
man, yeah.
difference.
And with Penn State, yeah, man. I see what you're saying now. And I've been looking at the running backs and seeing who could the Dallas Cowboys could actually draft if Ashton Genty wasn't available.
To be honest with you, Angry, I'll take Travion Henderson out of Ohio State over him any given day of the week.
Oh, over him.
Yes. And that ain't even the beginning. I'll take Travion Henderson over him any given day.
Yeah, I was looking at Travion Henderson. I was looking at Travion Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins.
That's another one. You see what I'm saying? And Travion don't fumble. He holds on to the ball. He don't fumble. That's a big plus. Especially with his frame and his ability to get in the screen. I don't know.
Hey, Coach, do you have me playing in the background or something?
No.
Okay, you don't? All right, because I can hear echo. Mic check.
Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear echoes now.
Well, I don't know what it is.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do something. Mic check. Okay.
I'll jump.
Mic check. Yo, Key, it was you. Keystone. Yo, Key.
I think he bounced out.
Oh no. Yo, Keystone, man, I'm gonna pop you out. Come back in, all right? Oh, well, he did it himself. All right. Yeah, so it's only me echoing.
This is what I have to say about that. I mean, the running back position has been devalued, you know, and this particular draft, right? It's very, very deep. Okay. So if the Cowboys wanted to take a chance and draft a running back in the second or third round, then I would have to sign on to that.
Yeah.
But I want them to definitely draft a running back. But I wrote in the chat, and I've discussed this, with other people, that the Cowboys have to change their philosophy, right? Their attitude, if you will, about the running game, right? They have to re-emphasize the running game. They have to get more creative in the running game and get more committed to the running game. You see, I said that they too many times, like in the past, this past season, and even the seasons before, right? They've abandoned the running game, early if it's not working, and they should not do that.
That's one thing you can guarantee with Brian Schottenheimer.
Right. But if you get a couple of yards, you just want to push the pile, just grind it out, and then I guarantee if you just keep running the ball, you're going to break through, if you will.
Right.
That's what that's what I believe. That's what Philadelphia did, and to really my surprise, because when Kellen Moore was our offensive coordinator, like, we passed the ball a lot.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Wrong? Did we pass the ball like more than we ran?
Yeah,
I thought we did, but
yeah.
anyhow,
I'll be honest with you. The reason why is because look at the difference in quarterbacks. You have a traditional quarterback in Dak Prescott that can throw the ball, and Jalen Hurts. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a glorified running back. He's a quarterback, and he proved that in the Super Bowl. But they're kind of night and day. But I'm about to bring Keystone back on here. Key.
Mike, Mike, check. Everything good?
Everything is golden, brother.
All right. Yeah. When I look at the Eagles, and y'all was talking about Kellen Moore, his situation, y'all forgot, like, most throughout the season. Remember when the Eagles was passing more than running? They didn't start running the ball to the second half. When they was the worst first quarter team in the league. And that for them doing a whole lot of passing. When they was doing in the first half, that was all Kellen Moore doing. Nick Sirianni started running that ball in the second half. When they started getting late into the season, they started running the ball more. So I know everybody got the hype on Kellen. Yeah, he did win his chip with the Eagles, but let's not forget he was behind the number one rushing offense and the number one defense. And you had all that with a ranked 29th passing. I mean, everybody want to sit here and say, okay, let's get back to pointing the fingers at Dak. Kellen went to Philly and won the title.
Yeah.
But God, Kellen was getting interviews when he was under Dak. He could have went back to Boise State, but Jerry made him stay in Dallas. People forget that mess. So when it's all said and done, it's no knock to him. But I look forward to see what him and Doug going to do in New Orleans going into the season of next year.
Yeah, right. We about to bring another person on here. We about to bring Big Mike in the building. What's going on with you?
What's up, boy?
Ain't nothing.
Familiar face was good.
I'm hearing a double voice.
Mic check. I don't hear it.
I don't know if that's from Keystone. I'm hearing a double voice. It's like it's overlapping.
Check. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, see, I'm hearing it. So somebody got their drum up.
It's not coming from me, is it?
Hold up. That's probably me.
Nah.
That's probably me. No? All right.
No.
All right. It was me because I still had the YouTube.
Oh, okay, word.
But what's the deal, everybody?
Good, man. What's good with you?
Oh man, I'm just trying to make it, man. I've always said it since the first time I came on with you fellas, man. I'm probably one of the most realistic Cowboys fans there is. First, before we get started, let me just first say, Zack Martin, I appreciate your service, all 11 years of it. I've gotten to see a lot of Cowboys players come and go in my 43 years, and he's goated. He's 100% goated, man. He's one of them. He's one of them. So he deserves a Hall of Fame nod. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, we didn't get the ring. But, it would be nice if we could, get one and then, hey, thank you for your service. You deserve it. But we know how that goes. So, how does everybody feel about this coaching staff?
Bro, tell you the truth, man. I made a video, and I call.
Oh, I've seen all those. I've seen each and every one of those.
I called it Avengers Assemble. Like, bro, I think this coaching staff is probably, on paper, the best looking coaching staff that I've seen in a minute.
Hey, Niecy, stop.
Uh-oh.
Busta Rhymes. I get that too damn much.
Hey, Angry, what Niecy say?
DC, stop. I hear that so much. It's crazy. But all right. So how do I feel about the coaching staff? I like Shotty. I'm interested in seeing what happens. I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. I'm right here. I'm even keel, just like every year. You know what I'm saying? It's a wait and see game. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with you, Angie. I'm done with you, Angie. I'm done with you. No, I'm about to pass to Cavassier. How about that?
You looking at these coaches, this whole new staff. We all got experience. We all know what it brings to the table. You know how it is with Clayton Adams. You know that big question is Will Hernandez going to come over here knowing that they got the chemistry? But on the same note, I like what Clayton Adams is going to bring to the table. We all know what he is. And I want to see what Eberflus is going to bring because, you know, he feeding off of what Mike is doing right now. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to see how he going to flex on that front defensive seven because that needs to be fixed like immediately, even in the offseason, even in going into the free agency. Because we all know we really don't have no DC. We might not really have none. We can mess around and lose Osa. But at the end of the day, if we free up our cap space the way it's supposed to be freed, we can extend him and Micah. Do it now. Stop playing games. Keep you within.
I know, baby doll. Love you too.
Keep in your house. Go get them people, and that's your top two defensive players.
Yes.
Okay, so how I'm looking at it, I'm again realistic Cowboys fan, realistic football fan first. How I'm looking at it is the same, but the way I'm looking at this defense with Flus right now is the same way I was looking at this defense, maybe a little bit better now than with Dan Quinn. Okay, that front seven was everything, right? But the true grit of that front seven was the secondary. I mean, let's be honest. What was it? Deron Bland, year one. How many picks did he have?
Yeah, five.
Five year one. Year two, he had what? Nine with 6 pick sixes?
I think he had 9.
9 with 6 pick sixes. We didn't, let's be honest. Mozzie was a shell of himself. He wasn't quite ready.
No.
He still got 9 pick sixes. He still got 9 picks with 6 pick sixes. DeMarcus Lawrence, as much as I love him, he's not quite that same DeMarcus that we know and love. He's really, let's be honest here. Like you can see the drop off. He still has the same intensity. He still has the same want to. You know what I'm saying? But he's not quite the DeMarcus Lawrence of old, only because he's aging like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Honest with you, he wasn't the same since he got paid. Everybody got sacked DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, hold on.
But it was effective in the run. But I hear what you're saying, though, fam.
But then look at it like this, right? If DeMarcus Lawrence hasn't been like that since he got paid, I'm going to say only because he had to take a back, like as of say 4 years ago, he took a backseat to Micah. He took a backseat to Micah, and then Slam Williams comes in, and Slam Williams is making some noise. So I expect Slam Williams to do some more slamming when he comes back next season. You know what I'm saying? I hope that we keep Chauncey Golston. I hope. Because if you can keep Chauncey, you got Sam Williams, you got Micah, and then say 5th round, maybe 6th round, you go after a DT. Because honestly, the first 3 rounds, I need skilled position players. Yes, actually I can, but I'm not going to. I want to either double dip on wide receiver or double dip on running back. That's what I want in the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? This offense is in need of
I hear you.
CD is in need of a running mate. You know what I'm saying? Dak is in need of a play action game. This offensive line is in need of a good play.
We need a wide receiver too.
This offensive line is in need. You know what I'm saying? So like this whole hey, let's take a tackle in the first round. Let's take a guard in the first round. What are these guards and tackles not allowed to develop like your receivers? Like, you know, Jalen Tolbert, who's been here 3 years and only has the equivalent of 600 yards within 3 years. Jalen Tolbert
He's our number.
who trips over his own legs and causes interceptions. Like, we're supposed to let those guys develop, but yet we're going to give Tyler Guyton hell.
Right.
Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. If anybody who was expecting Tyler Guyton to come in looking like Tyron Smith when he first came in, you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
You're kidding yourself. Just like every DT, every edge rusher isn't going to come in looking like Max Crosby, looking like Cleveland, Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. Certain players have that it. Not everybody has that.
Others have to develop that tool bag.
So you got to get.
You
gotta develop it. You gotta develop it. Look at Terrence Steele. What, 4 years ago? We was ready to count him out. He came off the bench. We was ready to count him out, but then he ends up getting paid.
Yeah, a terrible rookie. Yeah.
He did. He did have a terrible rookie year. He did. Look at him now, though. Look at him now. Yeah, the first half of the season, he didn't look too great. Mainly because, I hate to say it, he was compensating for an injured Zack Martin. He was compensating. Let's be honest. He was compensating for an injured Zack Martin with no run game.
Mm-hmm.
With no run game. Your tight ends weren't blocking the way they should. Your tight ends were probably half as good as they were. And then, and to my point, Willie T, that's what I'm talking about. Like, instead of going out in the first round and grabbing a guard, you do realize, like, I guess people forgot that Brock Hoffman is nasty.
He is. You know
what I'm saying? I guess people forgot that Brock Hoffman got some savvy.
Yo, real quick, I'm gonna bring somebody in. Like, Thomas Garrett in the building.
What's up?
What's going on with you, Tom?
Not much, bro. Not much. Yeah, I was hearing y'all talk about Brock Hoffman.
Yeah.
I like Brock Hoffman, man. I do. I just got off of Game Time Brian, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I was on his podcast just about 30 minutes ago, and I've been trying to tell him about Brock Hoffman. I told him, I said, man, Brock Hoffman, he's our enforcer. And and we have been talking about what if Will Hernandez gets signed by the Cowboys. And I'm like, shoot, man, 2 enforcers, man.
But
come on, Philadelphia.
Let me ask you something.
Come on, Philadelphia.
Let me ask you something.
Let me just say.
Don't you think that Don't you think that would handicap?
Let me just say one
don't you
thing.
think that would handicap? Oh, by all means.
Let me just say one thing. The Cowboys, as far as drafting offensive linemen, you probably have to give them like a B+. I mean, you could even give them an A.
Yeah.
Because they do that very well.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. That's
a fine job.
With exception.
With the exception of here and there. But we have done a fine job drafting offensive linemen over the last 10 years.
20 years. Yeah, I'll give you that. With exceptions. Your Josh Balls, your Matt Willetskos. Even this, right? Even this. Who knew Awesome Richards would be the way Awesome Richards is? Awesome Richards didn't look too good his year one.
No.
Awesome Richards came in last year and was very serviceable.
What?
So it's not like we don't have the guys. The issue is they're not developing fast enough for the fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I need the fans to temper their expectations. Oh man, he should be an all-pro by now. It's year one. Relax.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I'm like, hey man, he just said hi to everybody. Let him sit down first. Can he take his shoes off or something? Don't rush this man.
It should make you excited. It should make you excited that the day Tyler Guyton was signed, the day after he went to Duke Manyweather. That should make you excited. Because that tells me his work ethic is bar none. That tells me he has a willingness to learn. That tells me he wants to be great.
We still got
I would prefer I would prefer somebody look like ass in their first year, but go out and do the work in order to get better.
Key, what was you saying?
And we still got TJ Bass too. Can't overlook him either.
Yep.
Exactly. He got some grit to him. He got some punch to him. I like him.
Yeah.
You really can't even say that we have been bad at drafting players. Drafting is not the Cowboys' problem. You know, what the Cowboys don't do is we don't do free agency, you know, and free agency is the way to go now. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles, look at the Kansas City Chiefs, look at the Baltimore Ravens, look at the, you know, even you know, look at all of these teams. Look at what they're doing in free agency. In order to keep up with them, we have to do what they do.
But do it better.
Yeah, because the majority of our
thank you, Carl Whitney. I was ready to tune this ball up.
We have to put our toes in those waters. You know,
for sure. Like I wouldn't mind a aging Grady Jarrett. I wouldn't mind Grady Jarrett on this team. I would not mind it at all. I would not mind it at all because what that's going to do is light a fire under Mozzie. Right. You know what I'm saying?
We have to take a chance in free agency. We have to stop, you know, thinking that we could go to the bottom of the barrel, you know, and find a diamond in the rough. You know, we can't do it. Right. No, we have to go after Derrick Henry. You know, we should have got him. You know, we should have got Saquon Barkley. You know, but no, we let the Eagles get him, and look what happened.
You know, I said it.
You know,
I say it all the time.
The writing was on the wall with the Eagles.
I say it all the time. Steven, get your ass out of that damn thrift store and take your ass to Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dillard's. Take your ass to the big stores. Get out of that damn thrift. None against thrift stores, but get your ass out of that damn thrift store and go to that big store in the mall and get your Derrick Henry. Get your y'all know where I'm going with this. Get your Derrick Henrys.
We got an Eagles fan in the chat, y'all. I'm sorry to cut y'all off. We got an Eagles fan in the chat, and I can't keep my mouth shut no more. I really can't. Hey, Drew, check this out.
Oh, hey.
Here's the difference.
No. Drew, my dog. But anyway.
But he's saying some outlandish stuff. He's saying some real outlandish stuff, bro. Like, I need you to understand something about this Dallas Cowboys team. It's a difference between having Catboy Stephen Jones and who's their guy? Who's their cat guy?
Stephen?
Howie Roseman.
Howie Roseman. It's the difference. Okay, there's a big difference. Catboy Stephen Jones is playing with Jerry Money. Drew, whatever his name is, he's playing with another person and another person and another person's money. Remember, the Eagles just sold stock in order to be able to play in free agency. We did not do that. We did not sell parts of our team in order to be able to further play in free agency. We have a philosophy where we draft and develop. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm not saying it works all the time because obviously it doesn't. Okay, so that's the difference between the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Eagles are able to put the pieces around their stars in order to make that team better. They were able to go out there and grab Saquon Barkley. They were able to go out there and grab a Bryce Huff, who they didn't even play. They were able to do those things. We were not, because we're too frugal. Right. Hopefully, Jerry and Steven finally get it that frugalness is what's killing you.
Well, Drew said y'all want to talk that talk. Y'all talking to his face. What's going on, Drew?
I'm here. I'm here.
Up, though? What up?
I want all the smoke.
Yo,
hey, I'm not bringing. I like to bring reality. And
I only deal in reality.
The point I'm trying to bring up. You
break it up, Drew.
Break it up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow. He's an Eagles fan.
Yes, sir. He's an Eagles fan. Go ahead and take your victory lap, sir.
Damn Pigeons fans. My brother's a Pigeons fan. I can't stand
Yeah, my
him.
brother-in-law is.
And my
nephew
sister,
Is that
yeah,
better?
my sister's won.
Is that
Virgin.
All right,
is that better?
speak for me, Drew.
Is it
Yeah. You
is
good,
that
bro?
better?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
You point of correction. World champion football, Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. I'm done with him.
yeah,
I'm done with him.
yeah,
2 in his
yeah.
season. I'm
But
done
no,
with him.
no. This is look. I'm a football fan first. I just happen to be
I'm
I
with you.
just happen to be born into this thing, which is the Eagles, right? And I know my ops. I know my ops very well. And angry Cowboy fan can attest to this, and so can Thomas Garrett. I said that Dallas wasn't going to be good this year. Now, I didn't attest for the
I
injuries.
already knew it.
I didn't attest for the injuries, but
Likewise.
Dallas just is not a good football team. They have some players.
I can't say
They
that.
got some. Listen,
Okay.
they
All
got.
right. All right. I'll let you
I'm
cook.
not saying they don't have players.
I'll let you
They
cook.
have some players, but as a whole, they're not a good football team. And this is why I have 4 pillars that I look at a team to be built. And we got this from Andy Reid: offensive line, defensive line, coach, and the quarterback. Okay, so when I look at Dallas, coach and the
Hold on,
quarterback,
coach and the
yeah, they're
quarterback.
connected.
Coach and
Coach,
the
the
quarterback.
coach and the
Or
quarterback are
coaching the
connected.
quarterback.
They're connected. You can't
Okay.
separate them, right? So when I look at Dallas, when I look at the O line, Tyler Smith is a monster.
Yes.
Cooper BB is a monster. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. After that, everybody else is suspect. Now you can throw out these other names; they might work out, but on a grand scheme of things, when you look at the whole offensive line, it's very sus. You just saw what the Eagles in Kansas City, they won by
Woo!
defensive line, offensive line. Kansas City shut down Barkley Howe. They stacked the line because they got monsters on that defensive line, right? And you look at the
Okay.
defensive line for Dallas, you have Micah Parsons, which no
That
disrespect,
held Saquon to
no
66 yards in his
disrespect.
first game.
Micah is a beast, but Micah is a one-trick pony. Micah can't stop the run to save his life. You know it, I know it. He can rush the quarterback like anybody else or the top guys in the league. But what's the MO on Micah? Run at Micah. He can't stop the run. Now,
There's a caveat to that, but I'll let you
are you
continue.
going to bring back Osa? We don't know. What are you going to add? So when I look at the offense, when I look at the defensive line for Dallas, again, it's very suspect. Even if you add a Miles Garrett, who's going to clog the middle? Are you going to bring players in to clog the middle? And then we got the coach and the quarterback. Yeah, they have a relationship, but you got a rookie coach. When you got a rookie coach and rookie coordinators, that's going to set you back a bit. So when I look at Dallas, I look at the tier of just the way things are now. We don't know how things are going to be in the future. We got the Eagles, you got Washington, and you got Dallas, and you got the Giants. And I think the Giants are one good quarterback away from being on the level where Dallas is. I don't see Dallas close to Washington or Philly,
Oh
respectfully,
yeah,
respectfully.
you really are an
I
Eagles
am
fan.
truly. I bleed green.
Wow,
And
disrespect.
how
Okay.
was
So
Stop.
how I say it was disrespect.
Stop.
I was like analysis I'm giving you.
Because we own the Giants, man.
are you good?
All right,
We
let me.
own them.
Are you done with
The
your
Giants are
point,
not
Drew?
in our class. Come on, man.
Are you done,
Stop that.
are you done with your point, Drew?
We
Okay.
completely own
So
that team.
I'm gonna
Yo, how
answer.
you make a point and then leave, Drew? Come on now.
I'm gonna answer Drew's point about Micah Parsons. Okay, that's the
I'll
first
be
thing I
back.
want to touch. The first thing I want to touch about Micah Parsons is yes, we all know if you run the ball at Micah, he's like a deer in the headlights while being doubled and
Yep.
triple teamed. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you run the ball at Micah, he's like a deer in headlights while being double and triple teamed. Offenses gear their game plan towards stopping Micah. So if Micah is dictating that you give me a double or a triple team, yeah, it's going to be easy to run the ball at him. Yes, they're going to run the ball away from DeMarcus Lawrence. Yes, they're going to run the ball away from Marshawn Nealon, who's an unknown. Yes, they're going to run the ball away from Chauncey Golston, who's an unknown. Because they understand if we double and triple team Micah, we can run the ball straight to that side, and he's got no help. We did the same thing to what the Detroit guy Hutchinson.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson.
We did the same thing to Hutchinson. We paid for it because they have a better defense than what we had at the time. They had a better defensive line than we had an offensive line. But we did the same thing. We have the same philosophy when it comes to certain players. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna call that one's a moot. I'm gonna moot that.
You just proved my point, because in the Super Bowl, Jalen Carter was double teamed every time. Every play, you go back and watch that Super Bowl, Jalen Carter was double teamed.
But you also,
and what happened?
But you also,
what happened? We got 7 sacks because everybody else around him stepped up and got pressure on him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying D-Law.
I'm sorry that my guys aren't at the level. That's my point. My guys aren't at the level of your guys. You have veterans who are established. We have Marshawn Nealon, Chauncey Golston, who gets no playing time. In fact, he was brought in as a DT, but he's really an edge. We already saw that. We have a Mozzie Smith who's up and down, more down than up.
Soup sandwich.
You know what I'm saying?
Mozzie's a soup sandwich.
So I mean, my point is, Michael Parsons has to be game planned for. In fact, the last time I saw Jalen Carter get a single block and get tortured was by that monster you said, Tyler Smith.
You talking about like, one play? Come on, bro. Come on now.
One play, an entire game. That's what he does.
Okay.
That's what he does. Y'all picked on the right. All the NFL teams this year that punched on the Cowboys picked on the right side of the line, not the left. And if they did pick on the left side of the line, they were going after the left tackle, not the left guard. They were going after the left tackle, right guard, right tackle. That's what they were going after. They couldn't do shit with BB. They couldn't do shit with Tyler Smith. But they could do something with a rookie and Tyler Godwin. They can do something with a compensating right tackle in Terrence Steele and a declining Zack Martin.
Then you guys
see that's what I'm trying to understand. No. Like what I'm trying to understand is your guys didn't have the level of injury we had. Your guys didn't have the level of rookies that we had. But yet we're being talked down. We're being talked down. We're being talked down to as if these guys were established. We only had 3 established dudes on the line. 3.
But wait a minute.
3.
But let me stop you there. Like, respectfully, I understand Dallas was hit with injuries, right? But right before the bye, Dallas, like, you guys got hit with the injury bug on defense, like during the Giants game. But before we got hit
with the injury bug early in the season.
I'm not talking about. I mean, everybody. I'm not talking about Sam's, because everybody has injuries, like loses a player or two during training camp. But I'm saying you guys were pretty much at full force at the beginning of the season defensively, and that same defense with Micah and D-Law and Osa Odigizua, you had Diggs in the backfield. You had, your most of your staff other than Bland.
Yeah, that's it.
You let the Saints drop 40 on you. You let the Ravens coming in bully you.
We could have won that game. So
that game wasn't even close, bro. That game wasn't even close. Don't do it.
What are you talking about?
That game wasn't even close.
What?
Dak does what he does. Dak does what he does best. Get his magical stats at the end of the game, and he made it look closer than what it was.
I gotta stop you there, Drew.
That game, you guys got your brains beat in that game. At the very end, Dak did his magical stat posting up and made it close towards the end. Made it a little scary. You guys got beat up during that game.
That's the Pittsburgh game and the Cleveland game. He did that too. Just magically went on a run and had.
Who just magically went on a run?
I need you to understand something. I need you to understand something about Dak Prescott because y'all say he's been.
But I'm saying, but I'm saying, wait. But the defense was at full strength, and you guys was 2-3 or 3-2 at the bye.
Let him talk, Drew.
Do you know when he was a runner-up for MVP, he was the only quarterback to sit out 6 quarters worth of fourth quarters?
You don't want to get on that. Let's not get on that.
I ain't getting on Dak because Dak is a better quarterback than half of the league. What are you talking about?
Dak is the 3rd best quarterback in our division.
You bugging.
No,
hold on. Here's why. Here's why.
Come on.
Here's why. Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask you a question? Wait a minute. Can I ask you a question? Didn't Dallas have like the #1 defense 2 years ago?
No. We never had the #1 defense.
So
we
never had a number.
Number one.
With all the turnovers, with all the turnovers,
no, we never had the #1 defense. We led the league in turnovers, but we never had that.
They were a top 10 defense, right?
Top 5. Yes.
Thank you. They were top 5, right? They were top 5, and they led the league in turnovers, right?
Okay.
So Dak had that. And what did Dak do? And this is why, look, people get it confused. I'm not saying Dak is a garbage. I'm not saying Dak is garbage. Dak is a good. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm saying. Dak is a very good quarterback. He's not great. He's good, not great. Because Dak is the most senior quarterback in the NFC. He's the most senior quarterback. He's the most senior quarterback in the NFC. 10 years, and he has not gotten his team past the NFC divisional round. Where let me give me 30 seconds. Where Jalen Daniels just this year took a worse team than Dak had in 2019 to the NFC Championship game.
Properly coached.
You guys have an excuse for everything.
Their defense.
Yo, I want to hear from Keystone.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Bro.
You guys have an excuse for everything.
Cowboys go over here.
Yo, can Keystone go? I'm gonna drop some people off. So let Keystone.
I'm gonna be quiet. I want to hear from Keystone as well.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's easy to say that though, but let's not forget though, Dan Quinn from the Cowboys, didn't he go over there to Washington? And let's not forget Magic Johnson and all them when they took the team over, they made it clear that they put their people in place. It made it clear we're staying out of the way. Is that the same situation that's going on with Jerry Jones? No.
Not
That's
at
the
all.
same situation. Let's not forget this is the same defensive coordinator that was in Dallas that wanted Bobby Wagner. He went to the Joneses. What did they tell him? No. He go to Washington. Where does Bobby go to? Washington. And it's funny because that really what separated Dan Quinn from Dallas. Now, I get the fact that he did have one of the top turnover teams. He had the pass rush. But even then, within that year, even years going back in the Roma era, were we or were we not stopping the run?
Nope.
That's the main question right there.
Stop the run.
The main problem that's been with us. Y'all Eagles fans, the Eagles team, y'all was good at stopping the run. You had Jalen Carter. And here comes
#1 defense.
And here comes Jordan Davis and this third
Thank you.
Milton Williams, third year starting to beast. And it be like that with these DTs coming into the league. It takes 3 years to get to where they're going. But it's no knock to y'all. But let's not forget, y'all got Howie Roseman. It's different, man. It's no excuse. But I get what you mean.
We don't have a number. We don't have 2 number 1
you
receivers.
guys,
we have
okay.
1 number 1 receiver who gets bracketed and then a bunch of pops.
All I'm saying is Dan Quinn took like what 12 players from Dallas last year. You guys had those players for at least what 2-3 years.
Facts.
And Dan Quinn, even though I hear what you're saying, where Jerry Jones is in
Who's the head coach?
I hold on. I hear you where Jerry Jones is the problem, but Dan Quinn is coach. It's like you guys have excuse for everything.
Who was that coach?
You had a top 5.
Who was that coach?
You had a top 5 defense. Even when you had Kellen Moore, y'all complained about Kellen Moore's garbage. We turned Jalen Hurts turned Kellen Moore into a Super Bowl champion. So is it the coach or is it the quarterback? You tell
The
me.
answer ain't the quarterback because
You tell me. Is it the coach or the quarterback?
All right, let's get.
You can say
because if it was the
Let's
Combination.
again, y'all was the worst first quarter team in the league under Kellen Moore. Y'all was the worst first quarter team, and all that came from your man Kellen Moore with the lack of passing identity. The same situation we was going
Super Bowl champion coach.
Y'all didn't really start running the ball to the second half of the season. That was all Sirianni. That wasn't Kellen. Y'all started running the ball more effectively when you got to the second half, and then later on in the season, y'all started running the ball more.
So Kellen had nothing to do with that. Kellen had nothing to do with that.
Nope.
All right, let's hear from Coach Jackson real quick.
Offense in the league. Come on, bro. Don't.
Thank you. It's the coach quarterback combination. Coach quarterback offensive coordinator combination.
Thank you.
Right? Just like my man said, they started running the ball more, right? So they were able to coordinate on that. You know, the Cowboys never could make that overall combination. You know, over all of these years. You know, and it's just the overall team. You know, led.
2 Super Bowls in
by
63 years. You got to be kidding me.
really led by Jerry Jones at the very top, you know, like he has something to do with the day-to-day operations. He has something to do with what goes on Sundays. You know, I don't know, but I know, yeah, we've been, you know, we were 12-5 for 3 years in a row. You know, first year, first round knockout. Second year, second round knockout. Third year, first round knockout. You know, all 3 years. Dan Quinn, our defensive coordinator. You know, I don't know, you know, but it's a combination. We just haven't gotten that combination totally right, you know.
No, I got one thing to say about this Eagles, about
Philadelphia.
This Eagles
Yeah, they finally got it right, you know, this past year. I give them props. I give them credit, but don't throw it all on Dak. You know, don't throw it all on. Don't throw it all on McCarthy. You know, if you're gonna throw it all on somebody, throw it all on Jerry Jones, because he controls the whole thing. You know, and somehow, you know, Harry Rosen, right, could embrace it all, put it all together, but somehow Jerry Jones can't.
Yep.
That's all.
Hey,
I do have a question.
And that Super Bowl wasn't an offensive Super Bowl.
But I'm never gonna say that it's because of that. You know, you get rid of Dak. Who's gonna take his place? You know, and
nobody.
I don't care what anybody says. You know, Hurts is not better than him. Daniels is not better than him.
Not even close.
That's cat.
Daniel Jones is not better than him. Tyler Murray is not better than him. Matthew Stafford is not better than him. You know, I go on down the list. Goff is not better than him. I'll take him over all of those guys.
All right, now, Coach.
Second,
When is the quarterbacks?
Where is this echo coming from? Who got their YouTube on?
Who got their YouTube on?
Somebody got their YouTube running.
Mike, check.
When is it the quarterback's fault?
When is it the quarterback's fault?
Okay, all right.
Because I know Jalen Hurts gets a lot of criticism.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to
Rightfully
get
so.
this off because I got an echo going.
Quarterback's fault, bro.
Right.
It's never
the 2 times Jalen Hurts has been in the Super Bowl. Your defense got you there, not your offense.
It's the overall team sport. It's the ultimate team sport.
Exactly.
I agree
It's
with
never
you.
the quarterback.
But in the Super Bowl, what happened? The defense.
You can't
defense got you 4 turnovers.
No, but hold on. Kansas City's defense. Kansas City's defense took away.
All right, gentlemen.
That was
Thank you. All right, now, Coach, I'm gonna have to let you go. You've been on here the longest, and I got somebody else waiting. All right, my man. All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, take care, bro.
Your defense got you to win. Your defense stopped these dudes. Jalen Hurts wasn't on the defensive side.
So
AJ Brown wasn't on the defensive side.
So the defense was responsible for 7 points. Who put up the other 34? The other 30.
I'm glad you said that. Here's the funny thing. The same thing that y'all complained about Dak for years. Oh man, Dak's a front runner. He's gotten short fields. I just saw Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl get a bunch of short fields.
Got that
due to a defense.
What?
That happened.
So was that deep past the Schmitty? Was that a 30-yard? Was that a wait a minute? The deep past the Schmitty, was that a short?
I believe,
bro, that was the one pass he had.
Let D Swift speak, please.
Jalen's a professional quarterback that he's gonna make those type of plays. Like we can't just he made a cool and look like. The last time y'all went to the Super Bowl, it was a parade thrown because Jalen played so well, and he should have been the MVP, except for the fact, that y'all lost or whatever. But
that's cap. No.
He
got criticized.
It ain't no cap.
Yeah, it is because he got highly criticized for fumbling the ball.
I get it. No, he got his.
Even though he outplayed Mahomes, they talked about him fumbling the ball.
I'm talking about Eagles fans. I'm talking about. Like y'all's beliefs, how y'all look at the game, and I don't have no issue with you, feeling like, hey man, y'all had the better team this year because y'all did. Y'all had the better organization this year, y'all did. The biggest issue is when we can't see through the scope of this team sport, and we always want to give all the praise to the quarterback. I know y'all want Jalen Hurts to be the best quarterback in the league. I don't know, so y'all can have that bragging rights. I don't know if it's it'd be enough to be like. We're Super Bowl champs, and I quarterback like it's Cowboys ever miraculously win a Super Bowl, right?
They don't win nothing, but they can't win.
And Dak, wins. We win with Dak or whatever. I'm not gonna come to these streams and be like, oh man, you see, he's better than Mahomes. He's the best quarterback. I never said he was
better than Mahomes.
And I'm not saying, but that's the energy. I think it's a misplaced energy though. That's my point. I'm not saying that the argument is about being better than Mahomes. The energy isn't warranted because you got to take the game for what it is. Saquon Barkley had a remarkable year. Y'all have a remarkable offensive line. Every time y'all been competitive because the offensive line was intact. Anytime y'all couldn't go is because y'all's offensive line was falling off and it had weak spots. Y'all been winning through the trenches. Y'all have so much to give praise to the trenches. That's why these quarterbacks get paid an unreal amount of money because we sit up here and we give them all the credit. Jalen Hurts does not deserve all of that credit. He is a good quarterback, but to try to bolster him and to want to put him to a pedestal to the point that you want to sit up here and knock down Dak and it's saying, well, what about the quarterback? When's the blame on the quarterback? When's the blame on the quarterback? When this man, my boy Big Swole here done told you about our team and its deficiencies and how the Eagles didn't have those
same deficiencies.
Y'all were so blessed to be healthy. You want to talk about the health and what was this deep? Look at the teams we were playing in the beginning of the year, first and foremost. You look at our schedule. Cooper Rush plays some ass teams, the same ass teams that Dak, get criticized for beating and the tomato cans and all that. That's what we played at the end of the year.
This is crazy.
No, but I'm saying no, it's a lot of people who every time Cooper Rush goes on this road,
this is crazy.
People get so dumb and they're like, "Oh, the team is better with Cooper Rush. Y'all can do the same thing with Cooper Rush than with Dak." Am I lying? You're not seeing through the scope of this game.
All right, gentlemen, let me hear
y'all's team.
Let me hear from Keystone real quick so I can start.
I just had a question though for you, Angry. Go ahead. I'll wait for Keystone up.
Now go ahead and ask. I got patience.
No, but this is my thing. Like with especially Dallas fans, right? One of the biggest things that, and you guys haven't said it this year. Well, you guys haven't said it after the Super Bowl, but when I get into these kind of conversations with Dallas Cowboys fans, it's always Cowboys fans that say these magical words. Oh, well, Dak is 9-4 against the Eagles.
Have you heard us say
Hold
that?
on. I
Have you
just
heard
hold on.
anybody else
I
say
just said that you guys haven't said it. I haven't heard, especially after the Super Bowl, but that is something that you guys put the standard on. You guys are quick to say, "Oh, well, Dak owns Philly. Dak,
As
he's
much
nine and
as
four.
much
that?
Against,
as
Said
I
hold on,
see,
let me finish. Let me finish. They say that is a Dallas mantra. Let me hold on. Let me finish. Give me 30 seconds. That's a Dallas mantra, right? Hold on.
what is the actual
Hold on.
mantra?
Let me finish. I'm gonna be quick. So
got YouTube
one
channel.
is that's not me. I don't have my YouTube on. Oh, that might be Thomas. Thomas mute, man.
No,
It ain't
no, no,
Thomas.
no.
It's not Thomas. It's
Somebody else.
not me. All I'm saying is that from this
I'm
point
just,
forward,
sitting here
what
listening
I'm
to y'all.
hearing from Dallas fans moving forward, I should never hear Dak is 9-4 against the Eagles. Because what I'm hearing
But
you guys crying about is it's a team game, that it's not Dak by himself, that Dak can't do it. So when I jump in these Cowboy streets and I get on you guys, I don't want to hear near one Dallas fan say to me, Dak is 9-4 against the Eagles, or Dak owns the Eagles, because now we know we've established it's a team game. It's Dallas against the Eagles. I don't want to hear Dak is 9-4 no
okay,
more.
okay. So what I don't want to hear is what I don't want to hear is Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott because you got a better team than Dak Prescott. That's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that no more. As a team, y'all are Super
Yo,
Bowl
who
champions.
has their sound on to
I
where
have
there's
no
an
idea.
echo?
It's not me.
So
I'm a mute.
uh,
Yeah, so everybody mute
I don't
real
even
quick.
know.
Mic check. Mic check. Whoever muted. All right. Hood, come back in.
All right. So look, like what I don't want to hear is Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear that no more because you guys have a better team in totality. I don't want to hear that no more. Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott because if by your logic, 2 years ago when y'all went to the Super Bowl, y'all lost, right? Y'all didn't win. Okay. Last year, y'all didn't. Last year, y'all made it in the playoffs, right? Y'all lost in the first round, didn't you?
Thomas is you.
And y'all had Jalen Hurts and somewhat of a similar team without Saquon Barkley. So I don't want to hear that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear that no more. Y'all don't get to say that no more. I don't care if y'all Super Bowl champions. Y'all don't get to say that no
But
more.
can I ask you a question?
By your logic, I don't want to hear that from any Eagles fan.
Can I ask you
Continue.
a question?
Hey, Drew, your stuff is messing up, bro.
Let me back up and count.
Mic check. Yeah, it was you, Drew. Nope.
It was Drew. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. But yeah, by that logic, I don't want to hear Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott. By that logic, I don't want to hear Jay Daniels is better than Dak Prescott. It's a team sport, right? It's a team sport. But if memory serves, those same tomato can teams that Cooper Rush played, Dak would have blown them out.
Yeah.
Dak would have blown them out.
Oh my God.
Am I lying?
Yeah, I don't believe
All
it.
right. All right, so we're gonna get Thomas with a last word.
I know I'm not, but it's cool.
Thomas.
I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here anyway. It's the end of my work night. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed talking to you, my man Angry. I enjoyed talking to you, even you as an Eagles fan. I enjoyed talking to you. Even you, Thomas. I want y'all to have a great night. You know what I'm saying? I will get with
Yes,
y'all.
sir,
Peace and
man. Thank
blessings,
you for
bro.
dropping
Peace and
in, bro. I
blessings.
appreciate you.
You already know we got to do this again. We got to
Of
do it
course.
again.
Go Birds.
Oh God. I cannot wait until the season starts. We're gonna go skeet shooting again.
Hey,
The
we
first time we
gonna
played
blow
these
y'all
Eagles,
out.
that ain't
We
had
gonna
six
sweep
fun.
y'all again, bro.
Did
We
you
gonna
know?
blow y'all out.
Did you know?
We gonna blow
All right,
y'all out
Mike.
again.
Did you know that Barkley only had
If we
one
don't make no
We gonna
moves,
sweep
I mean
y'all again.
that's a good possibility.
Did you know
We
that
gonna sweep
Saquon
y'all
Barkley
again.
only had one good game against the Dallas Cowboys? One good game.
Hey, we
And that was the
we
last game
gonna
y'all played
sweep y'all
in the rush.
again.
Because he only had 66 yards in the first game.
Get used to it.
Did you know that?
Get used to it.
All right.
Used to what? Having 66
Sweeps.
yards? Yeah, you're right.
The
All right,
sweeps.
Mike.
All right now.
All
Peace out, Mike.
right, D Swoop.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think me and Drew, we've gone at it a couple times on other little streams and whatnot. And this is about being like, he sticks to his guns with Jalen, and like I said, I respect it, and it's hard to argue the point when y'all the one winning. You know what I mean? It's
Facts.
hard to argue that he's Jalen's a Super Bowl champ. But I think there's a level of still understanding as a football fan. Like we've seen plenty of other Super Bowl teams. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen teams win with average quarterbacks, and we know it's possible. We know that just because you won the Super Bowl, just because you made a couple plays and put up some stats in one game, that doesn't dismiss the other things that we've seen and how we've seen the Eagles overall be successful as a franchise. Like I don't think Jalen can come to the situation that the Cowboys have been in, and I don't think the team improves. If our whole logic is Dak's the reason, and that's the low hanging fruit, and that's my only thing is like I don't want to continue to let y'all eat off that low hanging fruit. Or well, y'all haven't won the consistent the constant has been the quarterback, but that ain't really been the constant. The constant has been the fact that this organization doesn't know how to make moves and finish up and put together a championship team. And that's the whole point. I mean, y'all done it with two quarterbacks already. Y'all did it with a backup. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like we've been around with this with y'all. Same thing with Niners fans. Like y'all kind of similar in the sense of y'all, gone through a couple quarterbacks, have gone to a couple different Super Bowls, NFC championships or whatever in these past 10 years or whatever with different
8
quarterbacks.
years, 3 and 8 years.
And in every quarterback, it's like, oh, this quarterback's better. We went through that with y'all with Wentz. You know what I'm saying? And that sputtered out and that spiraled out. And now that Hurts is doing it, now that y'all successful with another quarterback, now I'm supposed to believe that this guy, and again, it's hard to have a leg to stand on when Jalen has the Super Bowl. He has a picture of sitting down and smoking a cigar. He probably staged that because he wanted some Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan type moment for himself. And I get it, man. He's a guy that plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's a competitor, but that don't dismiss the fact that there's other factors to the Eagles team that y'all were successful. If y'all didn't have Saquon, I don't know if this year is the same. And you still got Jalen,
But didn't Jalen go to the Super Bowl without Saquon?
but they still had the same offensive line, the defense. You can't
But
you
see
can't
that's
dismiss that. Yeah, so was
but the
Nick Foles.
narrative
So was
right.
Nick
But the
Foles.
narrative can't be like without Saquon he can't get there. When you can
It
say
definitely
Jalen took
can.
him to the
You
Super
can you
Bowl.
can you can definitely isolate every year and look at the factors that led to a team to be successful. And if you don't have those same factors, those same variables, the same equation don't play out. It's
But see,
not
I
gonna
think
play
it's
out.
unfair, right? But see that, and you guys don't like when I bring this up. Dak has had some teams where he has had offensive weapons, and you can't tell me that 2019 team that Dak had on both offense and defense was better than Jaden Daniels' team that he took to the NFC Championship this year.
Okay,
You
Drew,
mean
I got a
it's
question for you. I got a question for
Sure,
you. Which one would you take? Mike McCarthy or Nick Sirianni?
I would take Nick Sirianni.
Come on, bro.
But McCarthy is a Super Bowl champ. He won a Super Bowl.
Aaron
It's
Rodgers
not like
won that
he's.
Super Bowl. Like when you have to win in
But
spite of your ownership, or you have to win in spite of your coaching staff,
I
that's not the
understand that.
right win.
But
Like,
then he take you guys. Then you guys go 12-5, 3 years in a row.
and I honestly think that was what Dak and the offense was able to do. That Dak, the offense, Dan Quinn, and the defense. Mike McCarthy really, he's kind of a hindrance. Hence why he's not here.
Right, but I think that the if you look at Dak's, and again, I'm not saying Dak is a bad quarterback. I'm not saying that. I just think that you guys make too many excuses for Dak and don't give him enough because Jalen gets a lot of criticism. He was criticized this year and went on a 10-game winning streak. And to be honest with you, we were a a Schmitty drop and a Saquon drop from being and a concussion from being undefeated. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like Jalen gets criticized and he won. He's still being criticized and he won the Super Bowl MVP,
Thomas,
right?
your stuff is messed up again, bro.
Yeah, we get Jalen gets criticized.
Whenever I bring you on, there's an echo, my dude.
What do I need? Do I need to go out or what? Come back?
I'm about to end the live. So,
Yeah.
Or do you
I don't
want
want to keep beating a dead horse, man. Go ahead, let Thomas talk, man.
You want me to mute myself?
So go ahead. I don't know if you got YouTube going in the background or not, or if your
I remember the
volume is
beginning of the
loud on
year.
your phone.
Some of y'all's receivers were hurt, right? Eagles.
Would say that again?
Y'all had some injuries at the beginning of the year too, and y'all lost a couple of those
I
games,
mean,
right?
every team has injuries. We lost McCoby Dean
No,
like
no,
going
no,
into
no, no.
the playoffs.
Nah. But there's just certain injuries you just can't overcome,
Well,
and
look, we lost the right side of our
health is a
offensive
big
line.
part of it.
We lost the right side of
Quarterback.
our offensive line when we played. Remember, there was a like a 3-game span where we didn't have Schmitty, we didn't have AJ Brown. We lost the whole right side of our offensive line. Right?
Y'all look like the same team when that happened,
Absolutely not. But
or
but
does y'all look
but what
different?
I'm saying is,
Exactly.
but you won't hear me making excuses. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
don't
We
have
got
to. Y'all won a
healthy,
Super Bowl.
but I'm saying, but we got healthy
But
even when
I
we
heard plenty of excuses. I heard plenty of excuses from Eagles fans, and I'm not gonna call it excuses. It's just what it is. If you take something out, you gonna have less. That's just science. You know what I mean? Like those guys are the starters for a reason. They're getting paid a lot of money for a reason, and when they get hurt, you done. You count on these people to be successful, and y'all have a lot of good, high paid players on y'all's team. Y'all loaded up.
Mhm.
That's been a narrative to every sports talk show is do
Right.
like the Eagles did.
But
Load up.
we
They showed
lost.
you the blueprint. They went and loaded up.
We went into New Orleans. We lost the right side of our offensive line. Schmitty got put out. AJ wasn't
For the
playing.
year?
No, what I'm saying, but during that game, and guess what? We pulled it out and
Uh-huh.
we won that football game.
During
So
the
no
game.
excuses.
At New
Then we
Orleans.
went into Tampa and we got the doors blown off us. Right. So I mean, it is what it is. And we see while we hear for the last what maybe decade or so that Dallas is so talented. Dallas drafts better than anybody. No one drafts better than Dallas.
Drafts.
Dallas has every
Anybody
year.
ever said they got the
Hold on.
best
Every year we hear. Hold on.
free
Every
agents and
year
off
we
season
hear
pickups?
Dallas has the best. They have the most talented football team
No, we
in
Yeah.
the
We hear it
NFL.
too.
We
year.
hear it every year, right? That's the
They hear
Every
it
narrative.
year.
too.
Come
Cowboys
on,
fans hear
That's
it
the
dude.
too. Yep.
narrative. But I'm
Fairy
saying,
tale.
but
You did not hear
angry,
that.
am I lying? Angry,
Yes,
am I
you're
lying?
lying, my dude. You did not hear that this
Angry.
year.
We
With everybody
hear
that
that
we lost in free
No,
even
agency
your
let me
own
last
tell you
year,
when
content
you hear it.
no
creators
No,
way in
no,
hell that
no.
anybody
But
angry,
said that we had the
put
most
it
angry.
into
talented
context
team
though.
in
Even
the
your own
NFL. That's bullshit. I'm
angry.
sorry,
Even
dude.
your own content creators during the off season were blasting me because they told me that this year's Dallas team was better than last year's. Thomas, am I lying? Thomas, am I lying?
We had
that Dallas
So
content creators
losing,
were telling me that this team that you guys had was better than last year's team, and I was telling them, no, you're not.
Drew.
But they were telling me what they were. So
Drew.
I'm telling you, you guys get in your own head.
You full of it, man. Because
Oh, Thomas.
I am
So
heard
you mean to
none of
tell
the people
me
that say that.
game time, and Mark Holmes didn't tell me that this year's team was better than last year's? You trying to tell me
I
that?
didn't hear them say that. I didn't hear that, dude. I didn't hear them
You wouldn't.
say
Come
that.
on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Yo,
Come on now.
I didn't hear them say
Thomas,
that.
your phone is bugging out, bro.
I can put myself on mute.
It's super. All right, now D Swift, go ahead and get your last in because I want to talk to Drew real quick before I end this live.
Yeah. I guess we do hear the Cowboys got the great talent and all that, but they're like these holes in the coaching staff, man. And it's not excuses when you look at when you lose your four starting defensive ends, with the matter of the first 4 weeks, right? Training camp, preseason, you lose your cornerback. I mean, we lost a lot of pieces, man, and we played like some very good teams at the beginning, and then you lose your starting quarterback. Like, there's no way. And then we were like, I mean, we weren't even like 4-13 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we were an average team. Like we went barely below 500 or whatever, um, with backups. So we always have all this talent, yeah, but we've had a Cooper, we've had a Lamb, we've had a couple offensive linemen here and there, but we've never had a stacked offensive line like y'all had since 2016. We haven't had two number one receivers like that all at the same time. Yeah, we've had it in pieces when we had Cooper and Lamb, but we didn't have a defense that could stop the run the way those two guys in the middle. We've never had defensive tackles like Jalen Carter and what Jordan
Y'all had a
Davis
top
did.
five
Our
defense.
linebackers, our linebacker top five don't always guarantee wins, and top five for how long? For the season? For a moment? Like, yeah, we had turnovers and this and that, but I mean, you can go and see where the cornerbacks, where we've had deficiencies at safety, linebacker. Like, yeah, we were able to put up some cool stats, cool. But when you look at the roster and just the makeup, that's why guys like Micah, these guys who are in the locker room, they can't say like we need better players, but they all but say we need better players.
Mike is saying it.
You need to sign more people, Jerry. Huh?
Mike is saying it. He's starting to chirp.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of them are saying they can't just put it on blast. But I mean, even Dak, looking on the sideline,
Dak
we
is the one
suck.
that should be saying something with his punk behind. Dak should be
Yeah, I
saying
agree.
something.
But I mean, but when we were winning
He's too
Super
corporate.
Bowls, like Jimmy Johnson was the one. Like Troy Aikman wasn't no leader. When Troy Aikman became the leader, that's when we started losing. And
What?
Troy didn't want to be the leader.
That's
Troy
crazy.
didn't want to be the leader. No, Troy didn't want to be the leader. Troy didn't want to be the one to have to chew everybody out because that was Jimmy Johnson's job. And then once he started had to do it, he looked at the coach. He started cursing him out like this ain't my job. This is y'all's job. Y'all need to tell these people something. So all
Yeah,
this whole thing about players got to be
Jimmy
rah rah
Johnson's
and all
job.
that,
If you remember,
huh?
that was Jimmy
Yo,
Johnson and Michael Irvin's job. If
yo,
you
Thomas,
remember.
your phone is bugged, bro.
Yeah,
He said that was Jimmy Johnson and
Thomas
Michael
got that
Irvin's
Obama jump.
job.
Stupid.
But nah, man. I mean, we've had talented players, man, but I mean, we've had a lot of deficiencies at key spots that you need as far as being a champ. Like, we've never had 3 to 4 elite defensive guys at one time.
Yeah.
What?
Now,
At one time.
I don't
now,
know, man.
When I say elite, I mean on the Micah Parsons. Don't give me DeMarcus Lawrence. Don't give me who you about to give me.
all right, gentlemen.
Y'all had Diggs, Bland, Micah, uh, Osa,
Diggs
uh,
was hurt when Bland was all pro.
D-Law. I
When
mean,
Bland had his all
and he
pro,
on that
like
top
we can
five
we can name
defense,
all these
all those turnovers.
hindsight. Hindsight, right? You can look at it and name all these names, but if we go back and look at the games and the situations when these guys were playing together, what happened? You want to look at the playoffs? All right, cool. we keep reminding y'all that in the 2021 game with San Fran, we had 14 penalties from a couple offensive linemen that who overcoming 14 penalties, Drew. And then when in the next year when we
seems
lost
like
to
it's a
San
lot of
Fran, all you
excuses, man.
had.
That's on the
No, it's not excuses. It's not excuses. This is how you lose football
that
games.
last
All
game
right.
Dak played against San Fran. Y'all should have won that game, man.
Except for we had a CD Lamb. Y'all win a Super Bowl with just AJ Brown, no Saquon, no Smitty, and no Goddard. Just AJ. That's it. That's all we had was CD Lamb. All we had was one elite receiver. Y'all win it that way?
All right. D Swift, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you coming on, giving your
Man.
Dallas
Hey, good
Cowboy
stuff though, Drew.
knowledge.
Good stuff though, bro. Y'all, I
Yeah,
mean,
always a pleasure. I got mad respect for you, Angry.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thomas, what's your you got something to say before we end this? Because I want to end it with Drew. Me and Drew got to say something real quick.
Oh no, I'm good. Y'all go on and talk. No, I'm serious. Y'all go on and talk. I'm good.
All right, bro. I'm about to
Hey, Thomas, Thomas, tell your sister I said go birds.
I already don't told her that, Drew. You don't even got to. You need to stop throwing some words on me, man, 'cause that shit don't work with me, dog. You need to go.
All right.
You need to go with the mind games with your children. Don't come with me with that. I'm too old for you, boy.
I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids.
All right, Thomas. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and end it so I can talk to Drew real quick. Get this Cowboy stuff on. All right.
All right.
All right, man. I'll let you later.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Peace. What's up, Angry?
Now you know.
What's up, bro?
I have the utmost respect for Mark Holmes. I have the
Right.
utmost respect for Game Time Brian. I love what
Same.
they do. This is the Angry Cowboys fan, dog. You
No,
can't
I'll
come
tell
up
you.
in here. You can't come up in here and say that all these content creators are saying this, that, and the third when I ain't saying it.
No, not you. Let me self correct. If it was taken where I've said you, it wasn't you. I was just making the point that there were Cowboys content creators aside from yourself, you know, that were saying because I was putting the question, and I think you may have been on a couple of times when I was putting out the question saying, is this team better than last year's team? And there were some guys who were saying, hey, look, yeah, it is. And I was like, I don't know about that. You guys lost like 12 players, but I was told there's so much talent on this team that they feel like this is still a playoff team and that they're still going to be good. And I was just saying, I don't think so. Now, barring the injuries, nobody saw that. But I just saw how they were playing prior to the injuries, and Dallas was like what 3-2, and the defense was really struggling against some really bad football teams that we see now. So that was just my point, And I respect every content creator. I don't care if you're Cowboys, Eagles, because what you guys do, it takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication. And I just sometimes I'll call out certain guys, even Eagles content creators. You guys want us to step away from the 4 and 3 letter networks because you guys have the heart of the team, and I believe that. But I gotta hold you guys accountable too and say, look, if we're going to use you as because I use you as a source of information for the Cowboys. I truly do. I listen to you. I listen to Vox Lombardi. I listen to Junkie. I listen to Game Time Bryant. I listen to you guys because I want to stay on top of. I listen to Louis, the Washington. I listen to the Ops, okay, because I want to hear the heart of the team. I'll go to you guys before I go to ESPN and whoever.
Right.
So when I come, it's like, give me the raw, give me the real. Don't give me the fluff. And I respect you for that because you're going to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I know I get into it with other people, but you gonna give it to me raw, and I just try to keep them accountable and be like, hey man, don't give me the fluff, don't give me the ESPN stuff, don't tell me what you think. I mean, I know how you feel, but give me the real. Like,
Right.
I'll tell you that are there some things about Dak that he does better than Jalen? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? But
Right.
the intangibles, there's things that Jalen does way better than Dak.
Yeah.
So I always say I've never said Dak is garbage. Dak is a good quarterback. I mean, I get into it, I'm gonna talk my stuff, but Dak is a good quarterback. Can Dak win a Super Bowl? Of course he can. Do I think he'll ever win it with Dallas? I don't think he will. And I could be wrong about that. I don't think that Dak is in the. I think Dak needs to leave Dallas in order to truly win a Super Bowl and really truly be appreciated as a quarterback and not be under the scrutiny of Jerry Jones.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
You know what I
sad.
mean? It
I
is sad.
I,
Dak is a great guy.
like I truly feel what you're saying, because like there are things that Dak Prescott does very well that Jalen Hurts may struggle with, and vice versa. But
Absolutely.
but like at the end of the day, we can't sit here and pretend like everything around them doesn't matter. Like
I agree.
like the front offices, the coaching staffs, like everything down to the water boy matters in football. So I would ask you, like, do you think that Jalen Hurts could go to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team and lead them to a Super Bowl? Or does it take
I,
everything from Howie Roseman down to get that?
I think with the weapons that Tampa Bay has, because I don't think I like Baker Mayfield. Do I think he's like more superior quarterback than Dak or Jalen? No, I don't. So do I think with Mike Evans and with the other quarterbacks that they have, I mean wide receivers that they have, that Dak can go down there and win? I think he can. Can he win a Super Bowl? Probably not. Probably not, because he doesn't have a Dallas Goddard. He doesn't have a Saquon Barkley or had a Miles Sanders or had what's the kid that we had last year that went to Chicago?
Swift?
Swift. He didn't have those things. So I granted, I think look, I angry. Every Dallas content creator is dead on point when they say that it's for Dallas. It starts from the top, bro. It starts from Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones is the only owner that I know that has his own radio show, and that is what did Suge Knight say about Puffy? All in the
Oh,
videos, you all in the camera, and that's Jerry. If you look at Jeffrey Lurie, I heard somebody say they wouldn't even know who Jeffrey Lurie is if you walk past him in the streets,
first time I
right?
heard the name, dude.
You know what I mean? And so when we accepted the trophy, what did Jeffrey say? No, this is not a surprise for us. This is what we aspire to be. So, Jeffrey Lurie from the top up is saying that we about winning Super Bowls. We about winning football games, where I don't think that is Jerry Jones's motivation. Jerry's about the yachts, the glamour, the women, everything else other than football. Now, will he turn around and do something different this year?
I hope so.
Time, hey, I see it when I believe. When I believe it when I see it.
And
So the ball is in his court now.
right. And I think that's where a lot of Cowboys fans are. They're at the fact of, okay, you're seeing the errors of your way from last year. Show me. Now show me. You can show me better than you can tell me, because we have two examples that are in our division right now that are showing us how to
Right.
get it done. So are you going to follow the breadcrumbs that they're leaving behind, change this team up, be aggressive in free agency to where we can actually compete in the NFC East, let alone the NFC? It's all on Jerry, man, and it sucks, because I hate to see the Eagles and the Commanders just start soaring past us as if we're standing still. and it pisses me off to no end. And to keep it a buck, like the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all got a stout team, dude. Like
Absolutely.
my nephew Terrell, shout out Terrell, shout out my brother Brian.
Shout
They're
out Terrell.
Philadelphia Eagles
Shout out
fans
Brian.
too. And I gotta admit, y'all got a stout team, but it's exactly that. It's the team. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Hey, man, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for Cowboys fans because you guys don't deserve that. Like the fan base don't deserve that. You know, I always tell people like the stuff that Jerry Jones was doing, they would run Jerry out of Philly. Like that would not be tolerated in Philly. I'm just telling you right now, Philly would be in an uproar with the shenanigans that he does. You know what I mean? And it was evident when the fan was clowning him, and he didn't even know he was being clowned. You
Oh,
know,
at the
the
game,
fan was like, "Thanks, Jerry. You know, you're doing a great job." He's like, "Well, hey." I'm like, this guy is like Joe Biden out here. It's crazy. But hey,
yeah.
I sincerely hope that Jerry gets his head out of his butt because I would love to see the NFC East be competitive. I love it when all four teams are competitive. I think the Giants are a quarterback away of like really being putting their steps in their foot in the right direction. You know, if Jerry gets his head out of the sky and really focuses on building a team, then I think the whole division, you know, can be like really super competitive, and that's what I want. I want everybody competitive. I don't want
Right,
teams to be bad. You know what I mean?
right. But Drew, man, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate
Hey
you
man,
giving me insight
appreciate you,
on the
bro.
NFL, bro.
Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to your brother. Shout out, man. I seen him, man. Praise God. He out there
Yes,
grinding, doing his work, man. We out here. We got your back, bro. We
yes.
support you. We praying for you. Keep grinding. Don't stop working, bro. Keep getting that, man. I just wanted to say that to you. That did my heart so well to see him up there doing that, man. You know, shout out to your brother and to the family, bro. God bless on that.
Brother, I truly appreciate you, Drew. Thank you so much,
No
man.
worries.
We're gonna
I'll
holler
holler at
again,
y'all, man.
bro.
Yeah, we'll do. Go Birds.
Ah. He had to end it with that now, didn't he? He had to end it with the Go Birds. Jeez.
All right, brother.
But
I'll see you, man.
on some realness, y'all, before I end this, I just want to say that teamwork makes the dream work. If you ain't got your team working on all cylinders, you ain't going to get to the promised land. And that's the reason why the Dallas Cowboys haven't gotten to the promised land, because it's been everything but football. I ain't got to tell Dallas Cowboys fans this. Y'all know this. It's been everything but football. I'm not going to talk about Micah Parsons' podcast, but what I will talk about is the philosophy and the culture that Jerry Jones has cultivated in this whole organization that allows Micah Parsons to do this type of stuff. If Jimmy Johnson was here, this shit wouldn't be going on. It wouldn't be happening. So when we say that we have to establish the culture, it's not Jerry Jones looking down on the coaching staff to establish the culture. Jerry has to change this stuff himself. He has to change the way that he conducts business. Stephen Jones has to change the way that they conduct business in free agency. You got to be aggressive. If you want your team to be aggressive, you have to be aggressive. You know how aggressive you are, Jerry, when you're doing all these press conferences and when you're trying to get on Netflix and making other contracts with other networks. You're very aggressive. Be the same way in free agency this year, because you're going to tell Cowboys fans a hell of a lot if you sit on your hands and you don't do nothing. You're going to tell Cowboys fans a hell of a lot if you sit on your hands and you don't pay Micah Parsons and get the damn contract done now, sooner rather than later. You're going to tell Cowboys fans a lot if you go into the draft and you draft stupid. You know what we need. It's about damn time that you get it done. There's a lot of Cowboys fans out there that are getting sick and tired of being mediocre, having to deal with mediocrity for the past 30 years. They're sick of it and they're willing to walk out. Are you gonna jeopardize your bottom line? Are you gonna get this team to where it needs to be? Yeah, you can hire Deion Sanders. You can bring Deion Sanders in this damn team, and ain't nothing gonna change until you change. But everybody, I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, for the past 2.5 hours, that put up with all the shenanigans of tonight's live. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking with the channel. If you're not subscribed and you happen to be in here, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 10K before the start of the regular season. Let's see if we can do that. You know, the regular season is off near September, so we got a lot of time to do it. If we can get it done before the draft, that's a hell of a lot better. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate all your guys' prayers for my brother, and he's doing very well, getting up, walking with that prosthetic. Drew, I truly appreciate you, even though I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. But anyway, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Let's get it done so we can be competitive for the 2025 season. Let's go, Cowboys. Man is out of here.